Good morning, everybody who's ready for some top 32 qualifiers for Clash Royale League in the month of September. Hello, welcome, good to see you. I'm Rich Slayton. We got a lot of great Clash Royale coming your way today. Let's waste no time and jump right on in to the action this morning. And we're going to be popping around a little bit. You can see the standings down below, and I thought this was going to be one of our actual matches, but I guess we are not yet in the gameplay. Players still warming up. So as soon as we actually have real matches, we'll have some real action here on the channel as well. We do have the possibility for dual screens today. We will mostly be on single screen, and okay, here we go. This is some of the real action, some of the most important action. This is the Group C here with Ian and Mohamed Light. Let's go. This is going to be a match that we're going to be taking a look at a lot today, as probably in both rounds, as Ian is definitely in a tough group here with both Guriko, you might know him as Miku, and also, of course, Mohamed Light, who's coming off a great performance, 18-0 at the Bren Chong Cup 3. Should be a whole lot of fun, and I don't know what we missed to open things up, but Ian way behind here against Mohamed as we kick things off, and he is certainly unhappy about it. Well, you know, you get crushed by Mo Light in game number 1. You can't love it. Rough one here. I know Ian on the west coast of the United States, it is currently 6 a.m., so been up since 5. Woke up before dawn to come out and compete against Mo Light, who I believe has a much better time slot overall for him being in Egypt. So we'll see how Ian fares in game number 2, but obviously game number 1 not exactly going his way in this one. And we'll be back with this one, of course, in just a little bit. Hope you all are doing well this morning. Hope you're having a great time this morning. We're going to be bouncing around a bunch. We do, again, like I've said, we have the ability to go with dual screens today. I'll go ahead and show that to you right now. We're going to be mostly single screen it today, but we'll be popping into the dual screen show every once in a while throughout the day as well. So mostly going to stick with the single screens, but especially in between rounds where we're just kind of waiting for... I don't want to start that match here. We'll get that one up here in just a moment. Let's see. Vitor versus Bansito. Wero versus AUK. Oh, that's happening right now? Oh, man. That's such a good match. We're going to make Wero versus AUK our second screen matchup. And then our first screen matchup, we're going to go back, of course, and continue over in just a moment with the Mo Light versus Ian matchup. But we'll keep the second screen as AUK versus Hasiel as long as we're waiting for a moment. Oh, that was actually Hasiel. Oh, not Hasiel. AUK versus Wero, who I keep forgetting is now Filippo now. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye on that Mo Light. That'll be our featured match. And once Mo Light's match is back up, we'll go back to single screen to keep things a little bit more sorted out. There will be, the comments section will be back today. Don't you worry, guys. I just have to get, there's one setting that I have to get sorted out that I can't remember how it's supposed to, I'm in a different scene selection today. So hopefully we'll be getting that one in the mix in just a little bit. Let's see, over on Twitch, possible solutions to opponent win rate and players quitting. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I personally think that a balance of OWR and WR is actually the most accurate format. Some people disagree. I saw there was a bit of discussion between myself and some members of Royale API earlier, late last night, early this morning. But we do have different opinions on that one. But we'll talk about that more in just a minute. Trying to get everything, make sure we're all situated for the day. Which, man, this is going to be a fun one. The last of our monthly qualifiers. The last chance to get those big-time points and make your case for the top 56 and either secure your spot overall in the top 24 and guarantee yourself a place in World Finals, or, of course, make that last chance qualifier and get in that way as well. So a couple of different opportunities. Can I send the link to the Battlefy? Yes. I'm going to be... You guys can't use Battlefy to spectate, obviously. But I can send the link to the Battlefy so you guys can keep an eye on what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and get some links prepped for you guys as well. And then, of course, I'm going to see if I can get the comments up here on screen using that really, really special thing we got going on. Let's see. So far, game number 2 of Mo and Ian has not yet started, so we're going to stay with this mode for a minute. I want to make sure we don't miss the... we're going to always make sure we follow a single BO3 from every round. That's what part of our... Well, we don't want to be there. We want to be here. Every round we're going to follow a single BO3 and make sure that we actually catch the entire way through. So Mo Light versus Ian is the featured best of 3 for this round, and then we'll be showing other stuff on the second screen during breaks just to make sure that we always have something cool going on. Let's see if we can get Wallace and Viiper. That's a fun matchup. We'll keep that one on the right-hand screen for now. There is no sound on this screen over here. So, oh man, it is. Yes, on this screen over here, there is no sound. Oh, I should switch those. Whatever, it's fine. There's no sound over there. So we'll just have to be, we'll just be enjoying that one in the background. And here we go. We're back into our featured matchup, Mo Light versus Ian. Let's jump back into single camera gameplay for this one. So it was Hogs EQ for both players. Hog EQ for both players in game number 1. Now in game number 2. Mo looking like Graveyard. We'll see if Ian also going Graveyard here with Cannon Cart. Very interesting. I'm going to try to see if I can get the chat thing sorted out, guys. There's a control for the plugin that I need to make sure I go grab. Let me go ahead and grab that. Make sure that we can actually use it correctly. Give me just a moment here. Go to my extensions. All right. I'm getting the details, and I will get the chat overlay sorted out here so you guys can actually see some of that fun stuff. So Mo getting aggressive early. Cannon Cart to the right-hand side for Ian, and the Mortar working on the left-hand lane. One moment. Just trying to figure out where the... oh, there it is. There's the instructions. So curious to see what the big spell is for Ian. Obviously, Poison making a comeback for everybody these days. What with the movement slow being added in. Here we go. Graveyard on the right-hand side for Mo. Ian with the Muskie and Cannon Cart more than capable of holding it down. So far, though, it is Mo with the slight lead. And a lot of fireball value there, but the Cannon Cart should protect the Mortar here, and it does. That's going to be one shot for the Mortar on the right-hand side. I think it gets a second shot off. Keeping a close eye on that. And just barely doesn't get that second shot. The Knight is into tank. Valkyrie way in the back. Fireball to the Archers to get the Knight on tower. Not really worried about the Valkyrie here. Worried more about getting that Knight for huge DPS on the right-hand side. And that is a massive blow landed by Ian in the final 20 seconds of regulation time. And now Mo trying to strike back here. Support that Valkyrie. Double Valkyrie push. And the snowball goes back to the Spear Goblins. But just not able to get really deep into that penetration, right? Get really deep into that right-hand side. And that was the difference. Ian able to get that Knight way down there and focus on getting the Archers off the board. GG, well played with that moment. And it seems like Ian should be in pretty good shape here, as long as he makes no major defensive errors here in the next few minutes. Let's see, there is a command I'm just trying to add in here. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. All right, we'll get going here in a moment. Mo switching lanes now. $17.68 to $6.88. Cannon Cart to the right-hand side. Fireball working on the Muskie. No surprises here, but how the heck does Mo break through in any meaningful way at this stage? And Mo sees the Archers get pushed opposite lane, immediately goes, okay, I'll go ahead and switch to that side, but Fireball easily mitigates the threat there. Knight high to hold the Cannon Cart. Archers behind the Cannon Cart on the right-hand side for Mo. But with that Cannon Cart dying on its wheels, Mo's going to keep on trying to switch lanes here and find some sort of opening. But Ian, just not going to make a big mistake. And when the archers went high and the Valk went low, that gave a huge opening for the American to break on through. Which, of course, he did. Final 10 seconds. Ian playing a little bit loose here. Playing a little fast and loose is Ian. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. Wow. Wow. Ian able to get the spell down. But that was closer than he should have let it go. That was much, much closer than that should have been. Ian playing with fire here in that game number 2. Does get the win. And we're going to game number 3. Let's go ahead and go back to our dual screen mode here as we await our third and final game for Ian and Mohamed Light. We'll keep an eye on that screen right over here for when that one does come in. And we'll watch this matchup, Viper and Wallace, on the right-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this chat thing sorted out while we're watching that one. Give me just 1 minute, folks. And let's see. There we go. There's that. We'll do this. Okay. And then we'll go to properties. And we'll add in this. And I think that's about right. Let's chat that one out. Let's see what this says. Piggy's OP says Omotayo. Oh, there. We're back with the chats. But let me go ahead and... oh, that was not very long. All right. That's what I need to do. Let's go ahead and change this. And let's check this out. Morning Rich says, John, just got my breakfast and ready to watch the stream. All right. Let me keep adjusting things here. Get these all nice and set up. We will have our chat ready to rock for the rest of the day. Can you please watch Group H, says Isabella. I'm so excited. BobTheRock, Viper. Well, this is Group H. This is Wallace and Viper over there on the right-hand side of the screen, so we'll be keeping an eye on that one. And then, of course, on our main screen, we'll see some Group H potentially. But right now, focused on this one. Wallace currently behind on Viper. Viper, you might have seen him asking for some changes to Executioner. Now this is the month of Executioner, apparently. Need to move that just a tad bit over here, I think. There we go. We're going to mostly, again, like I said, be in this screen when we are between games. We're still waiting, as you can see, on Mohamed Light. On the left-hand side, you can see we're waiting for his third match to start up here. Mortar high for Viper. Viper should have this one all sewn up in just a moment. Although that Hog Rider, real dangerous. Snowball puts the Hog into the tower rather than out. And oh my word, Mortar not going to be there to pick things up. And never mind, that was crazy. Wallace taking that game off of Viper. So we'll get an eye on the actual game-by-game standings here in a minute. We're still waiting on Mo versus Ian, game number 3. We will definitely be watching some OP Sam today, guys. One of my all-time favorites. And so don't you worry, we'll definitely be seeing some of OP Sam today. But right now, waiting on game 3 for Mo and Ian, a really important one in that group. Of course, Mo's already qualified, but would love to add some more cash to his winnings so far for 2021. Let's see. There's OP Sam versus Ardentoas. Let's see if we can go ahead and throw that on the second screen while we're waiting here for Mo versus Ian game 3. So there you go. Here's Sam versus Ardentoas. And Sam playing Prince Bait with Rascals. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Well, there's a win for Sam. Gotta love that. So waiting still on Mo to get back into his game. I think I might even see... Oh, there we go. He's still online. Good to know. Sam and Morton were practicing together earlier this morning. I saw that when I logged in. So you can, of course, iron sharpens iron, as we often say here. And Sam with, so far, a good practice partner, obviously. And Latak here saying that rooting for Sam today, he needs to get a monthly final, have a chance at the reach top 56 and the last chance qualifier. Yeah. He needs to have a good showing today, so we'll see if he can get it done. And here we go. It is Mo Light versus Ian, game number 3. Let's go back to our single-screen view for our featured match this round. And let me go ahead and add in the chat here so I can keep you guys involved. And Josh asking, what deck do I run this season? I'm going to still try to see if I can run skill drill. I've been doing 50-50. I'm at like 6.1 with it right now, I think. I don't remember, but I think I'm around 6.1 with that one. So probably still skill drill, at least for the moment. And I think our chat is all sorted out now. Mother Witch both directions from both Ian and Mo, but Fireball used by both players in last game. So you can see Poison coming out for Ian. With Zap, it feels like Poison would be the partner. And notice that. The moment Ian plays the Poison, Mo going with the fish with the balloon, because Poison, as you might know now, does fully counter balloon on its own. So trying to find a gap through there, thinking, hey, no zappies, no poison, here's my chance to break on through, and Flying Machine does go ahead and meet that loon. So nothing significant so far for Ian, but even despite being shut down, Mo did get some pretty good damage there on the right-hand side. Yoav asking, someone knows how Viper qualified. He finished 10 in the Swiss round. It's only top 8. The rankings inside of Battlefy are not accurate, Yoav. That's the answer to the question. Because we are not just using opponent's win rate. We're using a balance of opponent's win rate and your personal win rate to decide who goes through. For a number of reasons, including that we had a lot of players who, once they realized they couldn't qualify, wouldn't finish their matches out, and it would skew results. There's been some debate, and I've been a part of it, as to whether the opponent win rate by itself is the best metric, or opponent win rate mixed with personal win rate is the best metric, which is what I believe. Especially because I think that using purely opponent's win rate unfairly penalizes you for an early loss. So like if you go 8-3 and you lost, but one of your 3 losses is early in the round, and like let's say you played Morton in round number 1 and you lost that one, ended up 8-3, and someone else went 8-3, but they went like 8-0 and then lost 3 in a row, you get penalized because you had easier opponents supposedly, and then your opponent win rate isn't as good. I think a mixture of, hey, what was your win rate? How many games did you win and lose? Mixed with your opponent's win rate is more balanced. But, you know, people have different opinions on that one. Right now, Ian needs to get this pig on the right-hand side. Should be fine, and he does. So pretty close now, 10:33 to going to be just around 13:33. Balloon into the right-hand side. Flying Machine trying to go to work. And just unable to stop the Flying Machine. I mean the balloon. Unable to stop the balloon is Ian. And that's a GG. Well played. Mo! Get the 2-1 here to open things up. Jay Anthaskin has Mugi clinched a spot at Worlds. Who are all the players who did? Who's clinched? I don't know exactly who has clinched. I don't know who's guaranteed themselves a spot. So that's the end of our featured round, by the way, here in the first round. We're going to go ahead and throw on some other matchups here. Let's see. Is Ardentoas still playing against OP Sam? Oh, he's on to his second round matchup already. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the standings as they are currently. I guess we still have a few rounds being finished up here. So Hire and Qasim are still going. Hasiel and Hugo. That's a good one. Let's go ahead and jump on Hasiel and Hugo. We'll go ahead and jump on that matchup here. We are still in round 1. So all of the standings information, folks, can be found at Royale API, and there's Hugo taking that round. So we're going to be jumping around a little bit here to finish out round 1, and once we go into round 2, that's when we will settle things down a little bit and focus again on a single match, a single best of 3 the whole way through. All right, we want to go back here. Get our round 2 matchups going here in just a moment. And Vitor is still in a match right now up against Bansito. All of the results are late. Oh, these results down here are late? Let's see. Yoav saying that Alee is the only one here not in the top 56. Pretty sure he needs it the most, maybe. I know that OP Sam also needs it. Here's a link to all the results right now, folks, for those of you who are all the current standings. For those of you trying to find it. Sam versus KK is going to be round 2. That's going to be good. Is that right? Is Sam versus KK round 2? Let me go ahead and bring up our 2x view for a moment. We can see what the round 2 matchups are going to be as we have the end here of that Vitor matchup on the left-hand side. So our round 2 matchups are going to be BobTheRock versus Wallace, Alee versus Ardentoas, Vitor versus Teabag, SandBoxm versus Hugo, Wero, and Adriel. That's actually a really good matchup. That's a really good matchup. I think that's Ian versus, I think that's going to be Hika. Who was it? That's going to be Hika, I think. I don't think that's Miku. That's Hika. Let's see. Furkan versus John. We'll be watching a little bit of Furkan today, too, I believe. Let's see. So waiting on the Sam. I don't know if that's the actual. I think that's the correct Sam account. Let's see. Is Igor playing? No, he is not. Igor did not qualify for this stage today. Morton also. Martin went. I think Morton went 7-4 in the Swiss this time around. So let's go ahead and let's put on. Who is Wallace playing this round? We're waiting for our round 2 matchups here. Oh, Mo and Miku is really good. We just watched Mo. I think our featured... Oh, KK and Sam's going to be our featured match. Our featured match for round 2. We'll definitely be in there. The full list, by the way, if you are watching on YouTube, the full list of players who are qualified for top 32, they are also, by the way, above and below me, because that's the groups here for this top 32. And the full list is also linked there as well. But as you can also go to Royal API to get all of the actual standings of where people are right now. Double RG push here for Alexei. And again, our plan is going to be to watch Sam and KK as our featured match for round 2. So as soon as that one starts, we'll be watching the full best of 3 on one single screen for Sam and KK. That's a world-class matchup between 2 top pros. Are we going to watch Qasim as BKNY Sinister? Yeah, we're going to watch some Qasim. Don't you worry. Wallace and Bob will also be seen today. I might put Wallace and Bob as our second match today during this round. Their match has not yet started, though. So let's go ahead and pop back out for a second. I also don't know where they are in round number 1 yet. So it looks like round number 1 is just about coming to a close here. I don't think Lucas and KK, because I don't think that KK and Sam have started yet, because I think that's the correct Sam account on there, if I remember correctly. Because I logged in and saw he was playing against Morton, so I think that's pretty. Or maybe it was Morton who I was spectating. You never know if you have the correct. These guys, they update their accounts so much. Let's see. We'll throw on Hasiel for the moment, but I really want to make sure that we are watching that. Oh, Hasiel playing against Joel. Hasiel's really, really talented. There's a few young players who are in this qualifier who have had kind of like good breakout years. Ian, who we saw playing against Morton, is one of them. Hasiel has had some really good performances as of late, and this is kind of a good year for him. Adriel, who's finally allowed to play, is here. Ardentoas is also, if you look down in the same group as KK and OP Sam, he's been playing very well lately on top of that. So a lot of talent, a lot of young talent coming in. And I'm keeping a really close eye on KK and Sam, guys, because that's going to be our featured match here in round number 2. So keeping a very, very close match on that one. We're going to see the standings. Go to Royal API. Lava's up does Joel. Inferno Tower should be nice, and that looks like it's going to be Hasiel pretty easily shutting down Joel in this one. That is Sam's correct account. Great. So now we're going to keep an eye on Sam just to make sure, because that's going to be our featured matchup. Looks like everyone's kind of chilling right now. Let's go ahead and check out to see if Bob is up yet. Nope, that hasn't started yet as well. Let's see, who is playing? Ian is, who's Ian playing up against? Oh, against Hika. So we're going to be chilling here for just a minute. Let's look at the chat. OP Leo asking, hey, Rich, one question. Everything's on the line. Who do you pick for a match and why? Right now, I pick Mo because I know he and his coach, Julesy, are working together, and they'll get a great matchup. Right now, if you don't pick Mo, if you don't pick Mo Light right now, you're wrong. You're just wrong. But only if he has the team, the whole squad together. You mean the standings for this top 32? I can't see it. Oh, it's right here. It's on the screen. I can also go ahead and show it to you guys right here. Here are the current scores. Here are the current standings after one round. And I guess they haven't officially put Sam and Ardentoas. Did Arden not show up today? Did that happen? I'm very curious about that. Did Arden? Because I'm pretty sure I have Arden on my. Do I have Arden on my friends list? I don't remember if I do. But did Ardentoas? And that might be what's holding up the round. Is something going on with Ardentoas? Mini Minter in the chat. Let me go ahead and pop back out here to our double gameplay look. As again, you can see that we're kind of waiting for anything to happen. But Mini Minter in the chat. Same with the Hey Rich. Mini Minter currently ranked, let's see, currently 15th on the global standings for Clash Royale League. Hey Rich, how to participate in these tournaments? Ask Rishi. I have 6.6K. I don't know anything about how to participate in APAC region. Well, this isn't one of those tournaments. This is CRL, and you participate in this by making top 1,000 or top 1,000 on ladder. Oh, Arden lost. Now he's playing against Alexei. Okay, so we're still waiting on it's going to be Sam versus KK. So that's what we're waiting on here. I guess they haven't processed the match yet inside of the matchmaking. Let me go ahead and see if I see what's going on with Bob. Nope. So no one's round 2 matches appear to have started yet, as far as I can see, or only some of them have. SK Ras saying that Arden lost. So, again, as soon as we have gameplay, we'll have it up here. I do want to see AUK today as well. AUK and his group, the big matchup that I want to see in that one. Where is Aurora on this list? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you go. Yeah, Wero and AUK, that's the matchup that I really want to see in that group. I think that's going to be a round 3 matchup, so we'll be definitely watching that one when it comes up. Bob, Wallace, and Viiper in the same group. Yep. That's a pretty good one. Group C is low-key really scary too, though. Let's see. Hope Sohrob qualifies, says Ustav. Well, good luck to you, sir. Let's see. Who did Lucas beat? Who did Lucas play in round number 1? Let's go ahead and take a look. We can go over here and look at what round number 1 was. So the round number 1 results you can see on the right-hand side of your screen. That's going to be Bob beating Betfas 2-0. KK beating Alexei. Vitor taking out Bansito 2-1. SandBoxm 2-0ing Joel. Wero 2-0ing AUK. Oh, that was the first matchup. Oh, man, we'll have to watch that. And we'll have to watch that again in round 2. In the second round robin. Miku taking out Guriko taking out Hika. Furkan losing to Alee. Ah, man, I thought Furkan was going to take that one, but Alee, a lot of people picked Alee as the best in that group. DarkAngel beating Chief Keef. Oh, there's Ardentoas. And there's OP Sam. Let's go. Sam's in a game. I was like, wait, that's Ardentoas? That's who he's supposed to be playing against? All right, here we go. This is round 2 of 6 today. Oh, and Mini Minter, who's currently ranked 15th in CRL, is offering coaching to students. So if you need some good coaching, Mini Minter, you can find him on Twitter. Mini Minter is coaching people now, which that's interesting news and definitely people to go ahead and check out. All the standings, by the way, are right below you on screen. So if you want to know who's got what record, what's going on, boom, look right below you. Ardentoas running bait. Interesting to see Bait make a comeback now with the Fire Spirit not really being so strong anymore with the reduction in the splash damage. And not the damage, but in the range of the splash. And that's a huge buff back to Bait, or at least makes Bait viable again, now that Fire Spirit doesn't guarantee to shut it down. Sujo saying, please spectate Mo Light. We already did in match number 1. He was our featured match in the first round. Can you get Viiper on the other screen if he's playing currently? Viper's matchup is against, let's see, let's go take a look at who Viper's playing in round number 2. We're kind of going to be, so during, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to have a featured match each round that will be on our main screen, and then during breaks, we'll be bringing up a second match on the second screen. You know, some people are back and forth on whether they like the double screen or the single screen. So we're going to be doing kind of a hybrid today as opposed to full-time 2 screens between those two. Buenos dias, says Razafarian over on Twitch. Barrel into the left-hand side. Who's better, Ruben or Mo? Well, right now, Mo. I don't think there's a real debate that right now, Mo's #1 in the world. He did shut down Ruben, I believe, in the Brenchon Cup 3. And the tear that Mo's on right now is insane. There's no question that the best player of 2017 was Surgical Goblin. Best player of 2018. That's a hard question. I have to really think about who the best player was of 2018. Man, like, how do you wait? Like, maybe Elsia, best of 2018. 2018's a hard year to rate. Best player of 2019, in my opinion, was Morton, even though it was Surgical Goblin who won the World Finals. Best player of 2020 was Ruben. I mean, actually, RF had a great 2019 as well. I didn't think about 2019 a bit more. 2020 best player was Ruben, no question. He had the best year of anybody. And then this year, there's no question. Mo is the player of 2021. The only question is whether his 2021 is more impressive than Surgical's 2017, and there's debates on how you weight those two. And finally, Sam plays the RG with 80 seconds left. An immediate rocket cycle to that side from Ardentoas. Plus the Goblin Barrel right behind, Bar Barrel to clean up. I'm curious about Sam's plan to break through here. So, because he should be back to second Tesla, but Sam should be going to second RG here, and he goes opposite lane. Now the Dark Goblin set up to that side. But does not get the arrows down with the Tesla on the board, like with Tesla popped, though. This is going to be really interesting to see if he can make this work. It's really hard to break through with the amount of damage on the board here for Ardentoas. All that support gets cleaned up really nicely by the underrated Royal Delivery. And of course, you're playing against Rocket, which is just going to out-damage you like crazy. Fishboy not going to get to the Tesla because of nice protection. Oh, there we go. Do the arrows make enough room here? Can the RG get 1 shot? Can it get 2 shots? That's the big question. Falc gets pulled away. RG gets 1. RG gets 2. Pigs plus Barbarian on the right-hand side. Boom! Let's go! Wave that one off. Sam, in the waning moments, finally breaks through and gets damage on tower. And that's going to be game #1 for SK Gaming's OP Sam. What a finish there for Sam to get that one done. GG, well played. So hard to break through, but was able to get the goblins and the princess out of the way and get the fish boy over there onto the Tesla. And that was absolutely huge. Let's see. What else do we got going on here in this? What did someone asked to see someone specifically? Qasim and Chief Keef are playing. Let's go ahead and put that. Oh, that's going to be... Give me 1 second, folks. Bob and Wallace? Nope, they're not playing right now. So we'll be back with game #2. That's going to be our featured match of the day, folks. Ooh, SandBoxm and Hugo. No, that's still no one. Apparently, no one's playing right now. Give me a second. I'm going through looking at all of these. Betfas and Viper. Can we get that? Nope. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. No one is currently playing. I'm trying every match here. Bansito and Lucas? Nope. Let's see. Can we watch Viper? I'm trying. I am trying to watch Viper, but his match currently is not happening. We just checked it out. Viper versus Betfas, not happening. Mo versus Miku / Guriko. Nope, that's also, no one's playing. So you can see right here, no one's playing. See over here, no one trying to get one of these matches going. But for the moment, it seems everyone's just chilling out. So as soon as I see gameplay, you'll see gameplay. Has Morten qualified for CRL World Finals? I believe so. Morten's currently ranked 8th. I have not seen an announcement yet from Royale API or anybody to say who has guaranteed their qualification and who hasn't. Hey, and Z Dixie over on Twitch just subscribed. Thank you very much for your tier 1. Really do appreciate that. And guys, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I love having you guys here. It's what makes this a whole lot of fun. So thank you. If you're coming from inside of Clash Royale, you're watching on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. It's a fun place for Clash Royale esports related content, whether it's live streams like this one, the big tournaments like the Brenchong Cup, the Queso Cup, CWA Cup, those sort of events also happen here. But then then we also have video content, whether it be some best of Clash Royale BO3s that make it onto the channel, or some other breakdowns of technique, deep dives into games, all sorts of stuff right here. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I mean? Oh, Qasim is playing. We're going to put that on screen number 2 here for a moment as we wait for game number 3, or game number 2 of our featured matchup to get going between Sam and KK. Right, is that Sam and KK that we're watching? Here we go. Oh, Sam's back up. Boom. All right, here we go. I'm going to leave this on dual screen for a moment here while the Qasim and Chief Keef match plays out, because I know people do want to see Qasim, and then we'll focus right back on Sam and KK once that Qasim match does wrap, which is about a minute and a half ahead, and KK just rocking the EQ to cycle early on. Pigs directly into a Hunter and delivery combination, shuts down pretty nicely. Cannon cart to the right-hand side. So Sam running pigs, and if you're Sam and Morten, you have to imagine they're both pretty excited about Royal Hogs being strong. A win condition the Germans have gone to pretty consistently throughout their careers. And right now, pigs being strong, certainly something that I'm sure Sam and Morten enjoy. And 2 similar looks here for Royal Hogs decks. Just the question is Sam going with the same spell construction as his opponent? This is the last monthly final, that is correct. No more monthly finals after this one, and then the last chance qualifier for the players who are in ranked 24 to 56, or 25 to 56, to make the top 32. That will be in October, the last chance qualifier, so those players can try to qualify for World Finals. So, pretty close to a mirror match here. Sam going with log, KK going with the delivery. Delivery will shut down those piggies a bit more, but Sam, of course, has better spell cycle. Oh, this is the first game of Sam and KK. Lexa K saying this is the first game of Sam and KK. Before we watch the last game of round 1. Oh. Oh, okay. Now I do realize that. Pigs into the right-hand side. Mortar not available on defense. And, oh, interesting strategy here from KK, right? To go offensive with the mortar and then EQ the mortar off. Now he knows that Sam doesn't have that defense and cycle. Let's see if KK has to load up here. He might go pigs left lane, and he does. Full pigs, cannon cart, 10 elixir send on that left-hand lane for KK. So there we go. Right now, 1,600 to 1091. It is Sam in the lead. Piggy's in on the right-hand lane. And Log plus Hunter, enough to maintain the lead just barely for Sam, who immediately, again, puts his send the opposite direction. Delivery not going to be a little bit late here. That's a little bit too late for KK, and that's a lot of damage. Just like that, Sam is just going to have to log and EQ, get this thing done. Very, very nicely played. Sam in a good spot right now with a good win in round 1 over Arden. Oh, that was the last game. That's right. Good win right now over Arden. Sam has to play some defense here to shut things down. Going to log that right-hand lane, EQ that right-hand side, and that's a GG. That's a well-played. Sam taking game number 1. Oh, hey, guys, my kiddo was just saying hello. Hey, buddy. How are you? Hey, please don't climb up, bud, because I'm up high on the chair. But it's nice to see you. Good morning.
Can I give you a big kiss?
Can you give me a big kiss? Hold on, guys. My kid has to give me a big kiss really quick. 1 second. Yeah, give me a big kiss. Oh, you guys gonna leave soon? Okay. Oh yeah, your first. My boy has a soccer game this morning. 3 years old. Very exciting. Someone was asking. Let's see. John was asking, what shades am I rocking this morning? That is, thank you for sharing, is what these are called. Thank you for sharing. So there we go. Let's see. Get on our next game. Can I show my kid? No, I'm not putting my kid on YouTube. He doesn't need to be on here. Let's see. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get our next matchup on. We're going to stay with KK and Xopxsam as our main matchup. That always makes you feel good in the morning, right? Your boy comes in. Let's see. What are the other good matches that are happening right now? And I'll come back to the chat in just a moment here, folks. Let's go to the two game view. Let's see. Alee and Sohrob. We can go ahead and throw that on for a moment. Or we're waiting here for... Nope, I guess we can't throw that one on for a moment. Bob and Wallace. Nope, can't throw that one on. SandBoxm and Hugo. That's a good matchup. Cool, we'll throw SandBoxm and Hugo on the second screen here while we are waiting for Sam and KK game number 2. Light Sama saying, I wonder if Mortar is the most used card or most used condition in CRL duels. It's used in almost every duel since the first month. Oh, nice win there for Hugo. Mini Rich Hype. Can he cast with you? People, yeah, the kid, my kid's pretty darn cool. Really sharp. Just turned 3 back about a month ago. Yeah. And he's starting soccer. He can play, but his frisbee is really good. And if you know me, you know that matters a lot. Let me see if we can get Furk. I see that Furkan's playing. We'll put Furkan up here as our second screen. I made a video back in April predicting 5 sort of wild card players who I thought were going to make World Finals, and Furkan was on that list, and I'm very excited that he's going to make World Finals. He's 22 right now. I mean, he's probably gonna, yeah. Oh yeah, with this points that probably guarantees it, right? He's currently ranked 22, and most of the players who are ranked above him did not qualify for this stage. So I believe that means he's good. Can I please mention Mini Minter's Twitter? Let me go ahead and find that, actually. That's a nice thing to put out. Mini Minter, because Mini Minter is offering coaching. Let's see if I can... Why is my Twitter having so much trouble finding him? That's weird. Why can't I find Mini? Mini Minter, what's your... Why can't I find your Twitter? That's weird. Let me try this. I should be able to find him like this. Oh, Mini C. That's because it's Mini_CR. Here you go. Here's Mini Minter's. Here's Mini Minter's Twitter for those of you who are looking for his info for the coaching. And here we go. Xopxsam is back in. So we'll leave this here to finish off Qasim's match versus John, and then once Qasim and John is finished, we'll go back to the single screen here for our featured match. But our featured match here on the left-hand side of the screen, KK running Pekka Bridge Spam against Sam, who looks like he's running RG. Pekka Bridge Spam making a comeback. Partially Poison being viable again. Even though Pekka Bridge Spam can be run with Fireball, it's better with Poison overall. In my opinion, at least. And Sam, yeah, very nice defense here, as Wrath points out. And Poison with the slow should make it pretty strong. Oh, but we'll see what KK sets up behind this. Full 10 elixir. Sam delaying a little bit. Maybe Sam didn't love his cycle there, and the Fireball doesn't get that Bandit at all. Bandit does get taken off the board. And Fishboy here going for the King Tower activation, potentially. Does the P.E.K.K.A survive? It doesn't. It does not. Battle ram to the left-hand side. Well defended here. Sam's doing some great defense so far. It's going to be curious for him, though, because he can defend all he wants, but you still have to put damage on tower. And finding out the proper moment to get past P.E.K.K.A bridge spam. Doesn't get the tower in that with that fireball. Might have been just out of range. I don't think it was. Mini Mitcher saying he's not sure that Furkan's 100% qualified yet. Interesting. I thought that with the points from today, I thought that with the points from making it the top 32, that was enough for him to guarantee his qualification. But I could be wrong. And so as soon as you see Sam notice that P.E.K.K.A to the left-hand side, he goes RG to the right to get that very important damage, believing he can control the P.E.K.K.A well enough to not give away that damage on tower. We'll see if that actually is the case. Here we go, cycling back to just our full-screen view for our featured matchup. Battle ram to the right-hand side, Bandit high in the middle. And the Bandit, did that Bandit get on tower? I think it did. I couldn't tell. I didn't see what the damage was beforehand. I don't know if that Bandit connected or if those skeletons picked it up. Pig's doing a little bit more snout work on the right-hand side. Going to be under 1,400 HP as we go into sudden death overtime. And control at this point, controlling that Magic Archer is one of the most important things for OP Sam. Right? Not letting the Magic Archer to sit there in the back. You know, you kind of want it. You'd love to get more fireball value, right, than just the 4-for-4 trade, but in the end, it's still 4-for-4 to control probably one of the most dangerous parts of the deck from KK. But these defenses here, this is where things get squirrely when you're defending against this bridge spam deck, right there. That Pig does keep the Magic Archer off the tower, but that doesn't. Look at that. Magic Archer gets one shot, two shots, 1403 on the right-hand side to 1320. Sam has a really difficult task ahead of him. KK doing a good job with the pressure. And now he has to RG into what he knows is going to be a P.E.K.K.A. Fishboy gets behind and does not. Oh, the zap from KK. The zap from KK. Oh, that might be a game winner right there. That zap from KK might be what wins this game. Unbelievable. Great timing there to shut down the pull on the P.E.K.K.A. Right now, though, that right-hand tower of KK down to 1066, 1219 remaining on the right-hand side for Sam. I think Sam does survive this. But man, that zap from KK was nice. He's probably gonna do it again here. Yep, he's got that timed out so nicely. P.E.K.K.A does get pulled, and RG does get on tower. 812 on the right-hand side. Now looking like Sam does have this thing finished. Fireball in. Magic Archer does not get geometry. That's a GG, well played. Very nicely done for Sam. Very nicely done. Played really, really well the whole way through. Fisherman doing his job here. And let's go ahead and jump back to our two game screen here. Have I played Bloodborne? I never tried Bloodborne before. Let's see. Oh, there's Furkan and John are in their game 3 right now. Let me go back over here. And on our main screen, let's go ahead and see what's happening. On our main screen, let's go ahead and get a UK. We'll leave these up for a minute as I take a look at the chat for a minute. That zap made it way closer than the matchup was. Yeah, that zap was really nice. Morton didn't qualify. No, didn't qualify this time, but Morton's still top 10. So Morton's going to make World Finals, so no problem there. Koopel, I'll answer this right now. I DM'd you on Twitter back in 2019 asking for your link, and then again in July this year. Yeah, I don't share my friend link. I don't like being spectated. So my friend link I share with pros and real-life friends. But other than that, I keep my friend link close to my heart because I hate being watched when I play. John Ketchum, I challenge you to Mario Kart 64. You will win. Going for the King Tower activation, and I think that doesn't happen, actually. Yep, there you go. It was good defense, I agree, but Sam ended up 3 to 4 elixir down after the trade. Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about defense, right? And we talked about this a lot. This kind of gets said ad nauseum, but one of the early things that I think Hazard mentioned about a quote from Surgical Goblin in 2017 was that everyone else... Oh, talking to Mini Minter. Koopa was talking... I'll take that one. Koopa was like, oh, okay, cool, but I was talking to Mini Minter. Well, you're in my chat, so you understand why I thought we were talking about me. But yeah, the overspending on defense is one of the number 1 ways. You're like, hey, look how clean this defense was. I took no damage. Yeah, but you spent 3 extra elixir you didn't need, and now you're in trouble. Let's see. Morton lost to KK yesterday, says Yuso. Again, we are both on Twitch and on YouTube. Let's see, 130 of you watching on Twitch and almost 1,000 of you on YouTube. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Good to see you. We're gonna be featuring, for those of you just joining, we're gonna be featuring a specific matchup every single round, and watching that full BO3 through, and then kind of jumping around everything else after that. Please watch Mohamed. Yeah, we already watched Mohamed in round number 1. We'll watch him again at some point. But right now, kind of getting everyone else around. Getting a good look overall. Let me go ahead and take a look and see if there's any round 2 stuff still going. Okay, so round 2 results. Bob beat Wallace. Ardentoas beat Alexei. Vitor beat Teabag. SandBoxm and Hugo are still going. Wero and Adriel are still going. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put that up right now. Wero and Adriel, that's a good match. If you guys don't know, Adriel is the one who played in CCGS using his dad's ID because he was underage. Adriel is phenomenal, and of course Wero, Filippo here on the screen, one of the top bridge span players in the world. Some people say the best right now in the world. Certainly up there on the list of all-time bridge span players. RG goes to the right-hand side here for Will. AUK very far ahead. Needs to control 1 more RG here, it looks like. And then get 1 more good push. Fishboy is going to go to the Valk instead. Will. Oh boy, Will. And that's going to be a GG. That's a well played. Nicely done for AUK. And let's take a look. I think that was Sam 2-0, right? Wasn't that Sam 2-0 in that round? Let's see. Adriel's playing. Mo's not playing right now. Let's go ahead and check out Qasim for a little bit. Cooper Knight saying, what's good? What's good, Cooper Knight? So Qasim and Chief Keef going. Has anyone done an analysis, made a video breakdown on what makes Mo so good right now? Would having Julesy on for a video to break down how they've done their matchup work? That could be good. That could be fun. Filippo is Wero, to answer Arian Ryan's question. Reyna? Qasim with a really interesting variation on Royal Giant. Again, folks, if this does feel a little frenetic, a little all over the place, now that we're done with our featured match, we're kind of bouncing around. Again, we'll have another featured matchup in round number 2. Let me just see. Oh, what's happening here? Is that still going? Yeah, but they're not actually playing yet. So we'll get Mo and Guriko / Miku up in a little bit to watch their game number 3. And then is SandBoxm Hugo game 3 going yet? It is not yet. So still have a couple matches here in round number 2 to watch. And that's a GG. Chief Keef taking the win here over Qasim. I believe that was their game 3. Did Anaban ever get to top 32? I believe he did. Didn't Anaban make top 8 once? I know he's made top 32. Let's see. So that Mo Guriko match, game number 3 there, that's a great one to watch. So we're gonna see if we can catch that one. Hugo and SandBoxm going right now though. Hugo and SandBoxm game number 3. And let me go ahead and see if we can find prep the Mo versus Miku matchup. Thank you, Michael. I don't think you've ever seen my co-caster Andrew Guy, though. Lucas, please. Yeah, we'll watch Lucas at some point. We're going to see everybody, guys. That's kind of the whole point of our format today. Lucas, his most exciting match of the day is probably against Vitor, his former teammate, and I think that's the next matchup. Yes, because that's going to be our round 3 match. So Lucas and Vitor will be our featured matchup in round number 3. We are currently watching Hugo versus SandBoxm. But yes, we will definitely watch Vitor Lucas in as our featured matchup for round 3. Need some water here. Oshman Ram saying they are still teammates at CMG. Sure. I don't yes, they are. And I don't think of teammates in this format of CRL the same way as I think about teammates in, like, teams CRL. Tag saying Mo versus Miku is the best match of the day. Yeah, we'll watch that one as our featured match in round 2. Right now, we're still trying to see if we can get Mo Miku, their game number 3 here in a moment. They have not actually started playing yet, though, for their game number 3. We're trying to keep that one on the ready. Ian Choi with the very, very in-depth hi. Hi, Ian Choi. Welcome. Hal Vu saying SandBoxm is my favorite player. SandBoxm is great. SandBoxm is, I think he's 4th on the rankings right now. Let me take a look at that one for a second. SandBoxm currently 4th, right behind Viiper. SandBoxm would have to really outperform Viiper this weekend in order to pass him. And there's a chance because Viiper might not qualify out of his group. His group is very, very tough. And if SandBoxm qualifies for the top 8 and Viiper doesn't, that should be a win for Viiper. Here we go. 930 to 614 in this MK Ram Rider versus Hog 6-man matchup. Where can you find the rankings? All those are on Royal API. Also, I believe on the CRL website. 886 on the right-hand side. And Hugo really waiting to drop that 6-man. Leaking a little bit there, and at this stage, that could get dangerous. Hello to Azerbaijan. Ram Rider into the right-hand side, and that's a really interesting Goblin Hut. I don't know how I feel about that Goblin Hut. I understand what he was going for there. That felt like giving away 5 elixir. And I think that's going to be a GG here. That Goblin Hut was weird. That Goblin Hut was real weird, and SandBoxm takes advantage. So we're waiting for game number 3 of Mo and Miku / Guriko. Has Lapo ever made top 32? I can't remember if he's done. And Lapo is going to make World Finals, I believe. He's going to make Last Chance, at least. Right? Lapo is currently 52nd on the leaderboards overall. So he's in the he's qualified for the Last Chance qualifiers, I believe, or most likely has. Oh, here we go. So let's go ahead. This is the last match of round number 2, or last game of round 2. Let's go ahead and watch Mo versus Miku, game number 3. And Miku / Guriko, whatever you want to call him, whether you follow him in-game or on Twitter. Running Pig's Mother Witch Snowball, and didn't quite get the Snowball timing perfectly. You can fully counter barrel with Snowball right now. When is Viiper versus Bob? Let's see. Did that already happen, or is that next? Last Chance Qualifier is going to be so intense. Latak saying that Lapo is going to make the LCQ without missing the first 2 months. So that's good for him. Let's see. Who won, Guriko or Molite? Well, we're watching it right now, dude. That's what we're watching. That's why we're here. We're watching the action right this second. So we're really chilling on both sides. And E-Barbs, interesting. I think the most interesting things here, and I mean this is a credit to Julesy as always, is here we are against Pigs, E-Barbs in the final game of this best of 3, and Molite's running Valk, Princess, and Bomb Tower. Right, so you put all that together. Even though this Mother Witch is going to do a lot of damage the opposite direction, or a lot of pressure the opposite direction, not going to do a lot of damage. That poison, though, is pretty nice. Valk high, skeletons to help out with the MK, and more importantly, help out with that with controlling the flying machine. And the skeleton barrel getting more work done and damaging again on the left-hand side. Mother Witch should get down for the skeleton barrel. He has to protect against the Dark Goblin, though. Nice log, and that log does some significant work there on the Mother Witch on the right-hand side. Does not let much of that actually function. Poison now down on the Princess. Trying to think of what is the way through here for Guriko. And I don't necessarily think I see one. Getting stretched really thin by these bait pushes. Not able to really capitalize on the Mother Witch against a skeleton barrel. And then trying to break through Bomb Tower, Valk, and Princess. And just a full send on the right-hand side by Mo. What an interesting full send that gets a ton of damage. No big spell for Mohamed Light, though. Keep an eye on that. And there you go. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Never mind. GG's. Never mind. And that's the end of round number 1, or round number 2. So let's go ahead and check out the scoreboard here. So in Group A, all 4 players currently tied at 1-1. Group B, Alee currently on top here. Furkan and John in the middle. Sohrob trailing on the back end. In Group C, we just saw, we'll get that score update in a minute, Molite win that matchup. So it will be Mo on top, Guriko/Miku in the middle with Ian. There you go. There's the update right now. And Hika down at the bottom. Wero, the Bridge Spam Master, currently leading his group. 2 wins, no losses. With Adriel and AUK in the middle. Will bringing up the rear. SandBoxm on top of Group E, undefeated so far. Hugo and Hasiel in the middle. Vitor and Lucas coming up in round number 3 to decide who takes control of Group F. A CMG versus CMG matchup. Former, and I guess still current teammates, Teabag and Bansito, both still looking for their first wins. One of them will get it here as they face each other. OP Sam in control of Group G after a great match against KK. Ardentoas, the young player, going to have, I think he has KK next, which will be a tough out for him. But Sam with a chance to start off 3-0 and take a big step towards qualifying for the top 8. BobTheRock, 2-0. The Dutchman in a good spot in a tough group here against Wallace, Viiper, and Betfas. Betfas down at the bottom. BobTheRock, though, currently undefeated in a really good spot. It's going to be a tough one, though. Mini Minter asking, what rank is Wero? Let me go ahead and pop back out to one of our gameplay looks. Mini Minter asking, what rank is Wero? And Wero is currently ranked 50. So a good performance here today should lock him into the last chance qualifier. Let's see. And then right now, no matchups taking place. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready for round number 3. And of course, our featured matchup in round 3 is going to be Vitor and Lucas. Bob and Viper is also happening this round. We'll put that as our second matchup. But we're going to be focusing primarily on Lucas and Vitor. That's the big matchup that we're here to see in this round. Let's take a look. Let's see. Didn't Molite get qualified already? Yeah, but you can still win a whole lot of money by winning the monthly championship. So there you go. Latak saying Vamos Sam. Very excited to see him. Z Merver saying let's go Bob. who's Hire's next opponent. I can show you who the matchups are. Oh, here we go. Let's not waste any more time. Vitor and Lucas. Let's go. Here we are. And Lucas opening up with wall breakers. And guys, I will prepare for Bob and Viper to be our second screen matchup. And looking like RG for Vitor. As Lucas going cycle, as Lucas is wont to do. Minor wall breakers. This and other variations have made a big comeback. Now that Drill is not the dominant cycle deck. RG to the right-hand side. Bats in response. Mother Witch up high. Try to turn those bats around. But gets stuck on the Knight instead. Very unfortunate. And now wall breaker pressure. Does the miner stay up? And it does. And a miscalculation by Vitor. That's game. That's game here in round number 1. Or that's in game 1. Right, you're up against Tesla Log with this amount of DPS. Now, the one X factor is, could that Mother Witch turn those bats and those spears into a problem? Yeah. Yeah, they could, but I don't think it happens here. I think that's going to be a dub for Lucas. How can Mo be consistent with a player? Great, not only a great player, but part of it's having a great team behind him as well. Oh, yeah, mods on the Twitch side. Let's go ahead and get some predictions going on Twitch. Only on the featured match, though. I mean, we can't do it now. But Crom CTF said we could see a 3M E-Barb deck. It's actually not impossible to see 3M. We have seen some 3M in the Queso Cup fall split already. So it could happen here as well. RG working on that left-hand side. Fishboy to pull the Knight. Mother Witch would be helpful there. Not going to happen, though. Final 30 seconds. And that's going to be towered down on the right-hand side. And, man, it was a Mother Witch that got caught on a Knight and didn't turn everything around. And then not able to recover. And a bit of a misplay or a miscalculation, if you will, on the wall breaker's push. And that just shredded his tower. And Lucas with a great win here in game number 1. So GG, well played. We'll be sticking with this match the whole way through here in this round, guys. We'll get in the full BO3, but right now we are going to throw Viper and BobTheRock on our second screen as we wait for game number 2 of Lucas and Vitor to come up. And let's see. Will the World Finals be in person? I don't think it'll be in person for people. We'll see what actually happens in the World Finals. You have to go watch the Queso Cup. Was it 3M or 3M E-Barbs? I think it was just 3M. I don't think it was 3M E-Barbs. Who's running 3M E-Barbs right now? We'll start predictions for you guys on Twitch next round. Let's see. Who have we not seen that we can get a little action in while we wait for the next? Well, there's Viper and Bob on the right-hand side. Let's see. We just watched a big... Who have we not really watched today? We watched some Furkan. Betfas is pretty much out. Oh, he's 0-2. He's not out yet. World Finals will be in December, everybody. We're going to pop out of here, of course, because we're going to be sticking with Lucas versus Vitor. Just going to check in here to see how Wallace versus Betfas is going. And that's a lot of damage in both lanes now for Wallace. And looks like Bob's going to take game number 1 off of Viper. So, good to know over there. So Bob does take game number 1 off of Viper. And let's pop back out over here. It's an interesting push here. We'll keep Bob versus Viper as our second match, as our second screen match. So I'll keep this here for a minute. And Betfas in a good spot in this one. Did Mole actually make the top 32 every single month? Did he make top 32 every month? I think he did. Yeah, only one screen has game sounds. Only our main screen has game sounds, guys. Our secondary screen does not have game sounds, so they don't compete with each other. This is an FYI. Someone let me know when this game is when Lucas and Vitor is back up. So I do want to see the culmination of this one. But I don't want to miss Lucas Vitor. So we'll watch this match through its final minute, and then we'll switch back to Lucas Vitor, which is our featured matchup. I could also just throw this final minute on this screen here. It might end before that, though. It might not even be worth my time. I'm looking to see if Lucas Vitor is up yet. Oh, it is. All right, we're gonna pop over to Lucas Vitor. That should be the end here, though. All right, we're back over to our main matchup of Lucas and Vitor. And give me a second here. Let's see if we can see the end of that Wallace Betfas match if it's still playing. And Wallace does pick it off. So there you go. We do get the info there. And I will get ourselves. I'll get that Bob matchup queued as our second matchup in a minute. So guys, I'm 50. As you might have noticed, I'm kind of 50-50 caster. I'm half caster, half curator today. So I'm not exactly like super cast in every single match. A lot of it is me just kind of making sure that you guys are getting to see some of the best stuff. Could you please expect a game of higher ones? I'll try to get a game of higher in, for sure. We still have a lot more. We still have a lot more going. I don't think I have hires friendly. It's hard to. Sometimes trying to reach out with the Chinese players can be difficult because their communication on Twitter is not as dialed in. You know, Twitter's not super popular in China, obviously. This isn't fair. Mo's always winning 10 grand. He should give other players the opportunity to take a prize. What do you say, Rich? No. Stack those checks. If other people want the money, you know what they have to do? Beat Mo. There you go. .631 on the left-hand side. Lucas just kind of blowing Vitor out of the water here. 2 games in a row. Curious that Vitor is going with P.E.K.K.A. Ram with Lightning. But I guess Lucas making a good swerve here. And maybe Vitor was predicting a different building than Goblin Cage. But Lucas just able to control the heck out of everything here. Magic Archer in. Guards, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this right now. I think that guards are maybe being a little bit overlooked on how back they are with the buff to guards. I was even playing some the old school RG Furnace deck, the guards variation, not the lumberjack variation, and having some pretty good success considering how much single target damage is coming back into the meta right now. That's a nice snowball to clear. GG, well played. Lucas wins that one with a clean 2-0. We're gonna go back to our 2-camera view and just kind of clean up on the rest of the matches in this division, or in this round. Let's see. Someone was asking to see Higher. Is Higher playing against Qasim, against Dark? Is he against Qasim? Let's see. No, that's Qasim and Dark playing against each other, and I don't think I have Chief Keef, which would be the other matchup. I don't think I have Chief Keef. Do I have him? I do not. Sam's not playing right now. Who's Hasiel playing against? Against SandBoxm. That's a good matchup. And you know what? We'll switch Viper and Bob to our featured matchup. Actually, here's what we're going to do. That's the smart way to do it. We're going to switch Viper and Bob into our featured matchup now that our actual featured matchup is done. Where are you at, Bob? Wait. Oh, there we go. There's Bob. All right. That's what we're going to do here. And we'll go and we're going to try to see if we can get Higher on our second screen here, as we have not really had a chance to watch him at all yet. Where are you at, Higher? He's playing up against Chief Keef. Oh, there we go. Keef and Higher. Whoa! That was a weird crash. Let's jump back into it. Give me 1 second, folks, to get us back up and running. Where was that? That was, there we go, there's Bob. So Bob with a really interesting, like, hog cycle deck. That rocket cycle on the left, on the right-hand side. I mean, no surprise, rocket, Viper playing rocket. Bob going real interesting here. Higher does win that matchup against Chief Keef. .446 left-hand side, the EQ cycle in. Oh, but that left-hand lane, Viper has to get a rocket down. Is he back to rocket yet? Pigs in, trying to beat the rocket out. The rocket trying to fly, the EQ in. This is crazy, and the rocket wins! The rocket wins, Viper by 35 HP! Oh, that's wild. What a win for Viper. What a win for Viper. I think that means, no, Viper and Bob are all tied up, so Viper and Bob will be going to a game 3, folks. Viper and Bob are going to a game 3. Let's see. Lucas beat Vitor. Hasiel's up 1 on SandBoxm right now. Wero and Will are all tied. Hika is up 1 on Mohamed Light. Very interesting. Furkan and Sohrob tied 1-1. Keef and Higher tied 1-1. Wallace up 1 on Betfas. Ardentoas wins 2-0 against KK. Oh, boy. That really changes that group a lot. Ardentoas winning 2-0 against KK means Sam now in a really good spot in that group. Ian up on Miku / Guriko. Ooh, that's fascinating too. So a lot of very interesting stuff going on here. Mo, we're gonna go ahead and check in on Mo against Hika and see if he pulls out second game on our second screen. Of course, we're sticking with this Bob matchup as our main screen matchup. Let me go ahead and clear my throat real quick. Oh, there we go. A little bit better. All right, so keep an eye on that right-hand side as Mo is down 1 against Hika, which will be fascinating. Mo is leading that group, but if Hika takes the win off him, that really changes the tenor of the whole group. Although Mo does have wins over Ian and Guriko / Miku. Miku. Viper and Bob all tied up. Bob with a chance to take firm control of the group. A win for Viper, though, would totally make everything crazy there. You have 3 players at 2-1. Bob looking like graveyard. Eating a lot of damage, though, is the Dutchman. Bob spent a lot of time in leagues outside of CRL. Was teammates with St. Bellican in a number of competitions where they worked together in 2v2. I think Bob played OCL. I can't remember if Bob played. I think Bob played OCL, but Belly and Bob were 2v2 teammates for a while. Bob brought in, of course, to Misfits to be part of their 2v2 duo. And that didn't exactly work out. Keep an eye on the right-hand side here. I don't know if Hika has a small spell, and he does. Hika takes that right time. Hika's going to take the win over Molite, it looks like. That makes that group really compelling. As long as this Ram Rider doesn't connect. Does this Ram Rider connect? And it does. Can Magic Archer get damage? Nope, that's going to be a GG. So, Molite loses a match. Now, it is to a player who's currently at the bottom of the standings in that group. But Molite losing does make that group very, very interesting. Graveyard in for Bob. And would love to see this cannon cart break down way down there. Has to bar barrel it, I think. Might have to say the bar barrel for the yeah, on the left-hand side. There you go. So bar barrel does go get on the mortar instead. Cannon cart does go down. And good understanding there by Bob not to worry about the recruit on the right-hand side. 1588 or 1577, the lowest tower here for Bob right now to the 1601 on Viper's top right-hand side. Keeping an eye on the left-hand screen for Sam tied up 1-1. Sam with a win over Alexei would go 3-0 in his group and really wrestle away control, take control of that group in a strong way. A loss, though, of course, would make things very interesting. Lucas currently the only player 3-0, I believe. $14-17 top right-hand side. Pigs in here for Viper. And sticks that knight high. Does Viper. Bob gonna get the low bomb tower here with the bar barrel in support. And now the mortar to pressure. Viper doing a really good job of making Bob play both sides of the board. Bob really wants to play that right-hand side. Viper saying that's not going to happen. That mortar does get the connection, though. Or does not get the connection, never mind. 746 to 1099. Bar barrel to come in and tank. Full graveyard poison push on the right-hand side. NATO to pull everything in. Skelly's trying to get on tower. Can the Skellies get on tower? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, they're not. Viper takes the win here. Wins the BO3 against Bob and sends this group into absolute chaos. 3 players tied at 2-1 in the group here. And Viper with a good reverse to go ahead and keep that group in contention. Let's see. Famous Kid playing, not in here. We're going to go ahead and see and try to get this OP Sam game number 3 as our main screen match for this round, for the last one of this round. Ian and but it's not open yet. All right, waiting for that one to open up. But yeah, I do want to watch this Sam Alexei matchup as our last one here. I think Qasim, is it Qasim and Hugo playing? Oh, it's Qasim and Dark. So we're going to go ahead and jump. Thank you, Problematic, over on Twitch with the rate of 29 people. Do appreciate that. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, hope you're having a good time. I know that we're kind of bouncing around a little bit, but we are going to make sure we always stay on a featured matchup. We'll always watch one full BO3 in every different round. And then as the rounds clean up, we'll kind of pick up what's happening here and there. That's a nice log out of Qasim. Gets 2 shots plus the EQ damage plus the log damage. And now I think Qasim just shuts it down on defense, right? And then cycles spells. That seems like the correct idea. Magic Archer getting some great geometry. Oh my word. The geometry from DarkAngel. Qasim looked like he totally had it, but DarkAngel lines up the Magic Archer and totally steals that one. Oh my word. DarkAngel. What a win there. What a win. Man, that's why Magic Archer is awesome. That's why Magic Archer is great, and if you're not paying attention, that ponytailed fella will steal the game from you. Here we go. Sam and Alexei. Sam with a chance to go 3-0 in the group. Alexei wants to not only stay alive here, but also prevent Sam from pulling away. And Sam going Goblin Giant Sparky Rage. What an interesting choice here out of OP Sam. And up against Zappy's 6-man. It's pronounced Qasim. There's no R. Qasim, I can just say Qasim. Qasim. Dawood saying Magic Archer is too cheesy for my liking. I disagree. Magic Archer I think is one of the coolest cards in the game. High Mega Minion to take care of the flying machine. This is a weird matchup for Sam. He can't really deal with the flying machine on the opposite side of the board. Has to wait for it to come across and then get the Mega Minion on it. 6-man is a really weird challenge for him to deal with. And that Poison on the Mother Witch is really good here for Alexei. I'm really not understanding the deck choice from Sam. I didn't see the first 2 games, obviously. But I don't understand a player of Sam's caliber going with a deck like this in this situation. Does stop all the stun, but that flying machine going to completely wreck this push. Not to mention the Royal Recruits. Sam trying to force poisons to the right-hand side, which is the right move here. But that flying machine's a menace, and he can't get to it. Pig does get 1 touch on the right-hand side. Sam's forced to spend a lot on the left-hand lane. Sam does not want to be playing this left-hand card, this left-hand lane. We'll see. Mega Minion not in cycle, has to get back around to something to protect this Mother Witch. Poison will take care of it, though. Again, Mother Witch, that right-hand lane just gives poison value. And he's going to miss this flying machine. No, the... Oof. Ooh, for a second there, I thought that Sam was going to miss the flying machine. Alexei playing this well. And now Mother Witch high for Sam. Going to be more of a menace. But look at all this. 2 flying machines, 3 zappies, a partridge and a pear tree coming down the left-hand side, plus poison value. Mega Minion trying to get some good reverse, though. And Sam can't play Goblin Giants on the right-hand side because he needs them to defend against these flying machines. Royal Ghost not going to get much in the way of damage here. 20 on the left-hand side. Sam has to push hard with a Goblin Giant on the right-hand lane, but he just simply can't. He has to find some way to control all of this. Not going to. GG. Wow. All right, so Sam had a chance to go 3-0 and gets caught with an interesting deck choice, and that's going to be it for Sam in this round. So I think Lucas is the only one coming out undefeated in 3 rounds. Oh, Wero. Ooh, Wero, too. Interesting. Let's see. Ian. Here we go. Ian finishing off his game here. Ian has a chance to... Ian's tied up 1-1 right now with Guriko / Miku. Hoggy Q against Pig's MK. Bomb Tower is nice for Ian. And he's not playing Skellies, which is actually ends up being very nice for him here. We've watched some Mo. Everyone who's making requests about who to watch, everyone's getting watched today. We've had some pretty good featured matchups so far. Hog Rider does not get a shot on the right-hand side. E-Barb's strong in defense. The hard part here is now that we're getting towards triple elixir, Guriko's going to always have Mega Knight or E-Barbs, it feels like. It's going to be very hard to find good opportunities, and then the Zappy's on top of that. MK does not get the pig, but doesn't matter. And now a healthy Mega Knight with Zappies and Flying Machine behind Not sure how Ian controls all of this at once. Bomb tower in. This is nice. Wow, this is nice, but the Mega Knight gets away. Mega Knight gets away. Pigs get away. That was almost the defense that Ian needed. Very close, but not quite. And he had the right idea, too. The bomb tower to control, the snowball to get the bomb tower a little bit more life. But just too many things on the board at once. Once he played that Hog Rider into that big push and the Zappies kind of shut it down, turning it into a healthy, whatever it was. It was 7, 11, 15 elixir push the opposite direction. That was just going to be brutal for Ian no matter what. That Hog's not getting through. Can he get down another? He has a Kmart 3 Musketeers on there for a moment. Going to try to Hog one more time. I don't think Hog can do it fast enough. EQ trying to get it done. Does the Hog hit? The Hog hits. Not quite, though. 116 the difference. And it is Guriko Miku who takes the win. Well played. Well played. All right, that's our first 3 rounds, folks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard here. And that's our results after 3 rounds. The first round robin completed. Higher and DarkAngel tied at the top of their group, 2-1. Nothing decided in that group at all yet. Alee, Furkan, and John all tied at 2-1 as Sohrob with the bagel thus far in Group B. Group C, it is Molite still on top, but that loss to Hika definitely does take some of the wind out of his sails. As now is tied with Guriko/Miku. But Ian and Hika both still in it. Wero, the lone undefeated. Oh, sorry, Wero and Lucas. Wero undefeated at 3-0. AUK falling behind. Wero needs only one more, I think, to clinch AUK out, and then it's all about Adriel. Hasiel, SandBoxm, and Hugo all tied up in their group after all, taking the wins against Joel. LucasCGamer undefeated after beating his teammate in round number 3. It's going to be very hard for Vitor to catch up to him now. You have to imagine that Lucas, pretty solid advantage over Teabag. Bansito is the other big question there, though. OP Sam, tough loss there against Alexei that you just saw playing the Goblin Giant Sparky Rage deck. I'm really curious about that choice in that game number 3. I didn't see game 1, didn't see game 2, didn't see the decks that were played already. But in general, I don't love Goblin Giant Sparky Rage in this league overall. Much less from a player of Sam's caliber, but again, there might be a reason for that choice that we don't know. Ardentoas, currently second in that group. KK still alive as well, and KK, of course, is really dangerous. Bob had a chance to go 3-0, took the L here, and now it's a 3-way tie between Bob, Viper, and Wallace. No big surprises there. Second leg going to start here in a couple of minutes. Let me go ahead and see if anyone actually has started already. No one started yet, so we're about to start the second leg here. And let's go take a look at our round 2 matchups, or our round 4 matchups here. So round 4 matchups you can see on the right-hand side of your screen. Let me see if I can go ahead and get this to a slightly less annoying location for myself, so I can get to it a little bit more easily. Let's see. A lot of people want to watch Molite, obviously. We'll watch some Molite, don't you worry. Second leg should be starting here in just a moment. So our matchups in round number 4 will be Bob versus Betfas, Alexei versus KK, Vitor and Bansito, SandBoxm and Joel, Wero versus AUK. That's a guy. I kind of want to watch that one. That might be the featured matchup. Hika versus Miku Guriko, Furkan versus Alee, Chief Keef versus DarkAngel, Viper and Wallace, OP Sam and Ardentoas, Payne's Lucas versus Teabag. Payne Lucas? Shouldn't that be CMG Lucas? Come on, Lucas. Hasiel versus Hugo, Will versus Adriel, Molite versus Ian, Sohrob versus John, and Higher versus Qasim. Because apparently there's an R in there. Let's see. Our featured matchup this time around, I really want to do, where is it? Where is that one? Where's the one that I wanted to watch? It was Wero versus, who was it? Who's Wero playing? Why am I not seeing it? Am I blind? Am I totally blind here? I'm totally blind, right? I must have passed it. You guys must be screaming right now. You're like, Rich, you've passed it 77 times. Right? Am I crazy? Do I not see it? Ian versus Mo. Sam versus Ardentoas. Viiper versus Wallace. Furkan versus Alee. Oh, Wero versus AUK. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I want to see. So we'll make that our featured matchup this round. Let's see. Sajal saying, hey, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy the casting. Really do appreciate it. Predictions, please. Guys, over on Twitch, if there's a Twitch mod around there, please go ahead and throw some predictions up there. And again, Sajal with the, I think that's, are those euros? I can't see what the currency is there, but thank you very much. I do really appreciate it. Keep on popping that on and off like a crazy person. Okay. I'm trying to get the, where is it? Where is the Wero matchup? Oh, Wero versus AUK. Let's go. That's going to be our featured matchup. Let's go ahead and pop that one on our main screen here. And Wero running Hoggy Q. Oh, someone went all in for Wero. Very interesting. They are euros. Sajal, thank you so much for the 20 euros. I really appreciate that. Love your support. Watch Sam. It's 1 versus 2. We'll put Sam as our second matchup. And we'll throw that on the secondary screen. We're going to focus on this one for now, and then we'll throw that Sam matchup on our secondary screen here in just a minute. Oh, actually, that one's gonna actually end here. I'll keep you guys updated. Don't you worry. AUK, of course, a CRL world champion with Nova Esports back in 2018 alongside LCOP, Little Chen, Legend. Was a great performance top to bottom. Ardentoas just won game number 1 against Sam, by the way, to keep you guys in the loop. Mega Knight, Cage, and Ewiz. 3 primary ways to defend against the Hog Rider here. Ram Rider going to make that really annoying, too. For those of you who don't know, by the way, that Cage placement can counter the Hog Rider on its own if a lone Hog Rider comes across the bridge. It's pronounced Qasim, not pronounced... It is not Qasim, it's pronounced as Qasim. Yeah, everyone has different... I've seen 15 different pronunciations for Qasim. People have corrected me to Qasim, Qasim, and Qasim. So I'm just going to go with what I see, which is Qasim. That seems like the most logical one. If he messages me and goes, hey man, it's like this, then I'll say it that way. Ram Rider going to connect here. Nope, Tesla gets back around again. But look at the difference in Elixir. Hog in, Mega Knight low. And the high cage does not prevent the shot from the Hog. Hey, thank you for the Japanese one. Is that how you pronounce it? Thank you very much. No Japanese stream today. Well, glad to have you here. Really, really enjoyed my visit to Tokyo back in 2018. Final minute 40 remaining. And Wero just in spell cycle mode right now. Khan, what's the prize for this tournament? Well, this is the CRL qualifiers. This is the monthly qualifiers. The top 8 from this 32, the winners of each group, move on to next weekend's monthly championship, where the top prize is $20,000. There's about $75,000 given away every month. And then, of course, these all give you points to qualify towards CRL World Finals in December. The total prize pool for this year is $1.6 million. That's a whole lot of dollars. You can buy a lot of burritos for $1.6 million. It's not the top prize, it's the overall prize pool, but still, pretty cool. 578 on that bottom left-hand side. Looks like Wero's in full control here. I am seeing both the YouTube and Twitch comments, by the way. Abhishek. Japanese yen. Won is Korean. Thank you very much. A lot on the board, but I think that Wero holds off here. The cycle back to Tesla is just so clean. And now, yeah, now Wero calling the good game finally. And GG's. Very well done. Thank you, Demons King. Hey, Demons King, by the way. Great graphic designer. He's does all my thumbnails. So if you saw the thumbnail for this one, that's him. All right, here we go. We're going to go to 2 screens here for a moment. After that, game number 1 does go for Wero. That will continue to be our featured matchup. We're going to throw a little bit of something else. So there's Ardentoas and AP Sam. Arden did win game number 1, everybody. Keep that in mind. Who's Bob playing? Bob versus Betfas. Betfas is pretty much out here, so we're not going to stick on this Bob versus Betfas matchup. And let's go ahead and take a look at the, let's see. Betfas is basically out. DarkAngel. Let's see. Which group is DarkAngel in? Where's Dark? Oh, DarkAngel. Is Dark playing higher right now? If he is, that's actually a critical matchup. No, Dark's playing Chief Keef, which is still important. Let's see. Do I see a future for duels in CRL? That comment's very small. I think duels is going to be the competitive format for Clash Royale for the foreseeable future. I don't see that changing. I think it's far better than just play a best of 3 with a single ban or with no bans. I know that the Supercell team doesn't like bans, so a BO3 with bans is unlikely. And a BO3 with bans, with a single ban also, I don't think does much, to be honest, at this stage with how many cards there are in the game. I think that, if anything, what we saw out of Mo in the Brenchong Cup 3 shows that duels, when you're not pre-submitting decks, is probably the most competitive format in Clash Royale available right now. So I don't believe that we're going to see... I believe that duels will be the competitive format for the foreseeable future. World Finals will be this December, for those of you asking. All right, so it looks like... we'll just watch it, see if this changes. We're going to go back to our featured matchup in a moment, which is the Wero match. It looks like, though, DarkAngel has this one pretty well locked up. So there you go. GG. Well played. Let's go back to our featured matchup. Where is it? And not happening right now. Oh, interesting fun fact there. Primo Supremo worked on CRL in 2018. Fun fact for you. Who's Wero playing against right now? My brain is kind of broken. Lucas is playing too. We'll throw on Lucas for a second. But we're going back to Wero in a second, because that is the main matchup. Oh, it's AUK, that's right. So we're going to go back to Wero AUK in a second. And again, big thanks to Sajal for that awesome $20 super chat, or 20 euro, even better than dollars, right? Deco has more trophies than Lucas. If you guys don't know who Deco is, who is being referred to, let me throw that comment up. Hold on. Yeah, Deco is one of the Portuguese casters for CRL, who actually had offers to play in CRL and decided to be a caster instead. And yeah, he's definitely a talented player, and probably also pushing more in the early season than Lucas would be pushing. And let's go ahead and... I think Lucas has this one set up. I want to make sure we don't miss our featured matchup. Let's go ahead and see if Aurora's back in, and we are. So it's AUK versus Wero, game number 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this one back up to our main screen. Give me 1 second. And that is a ton of damage. Excuse me, let me clear my throat for a second. Early morning coffee. Try to keep the energy up. Not good for the throat always. All right, here we go. 2-tower game. Wero and AUK. And that barrel is completely untouched right now. Skelly's all over. And AUK with a big, big shot. And as a note, Ardentoas does take the 2-0 win over Sam, so huge result there. Arden now in the lead in Group E, or in Group G. Mega Knight with healthy magic arc to the left-hand side. Princess still holding on the right-hand side, but she will go down to that brawler. Next Princess down on the right-hand side for AUK. E-Barb, such an interesting part of this deck here. And Wero just trying to push into the King Tower. Trying to make these defenses and play counter. Has a lot of ground to make up, although the King Tower now is just about even with that right-hand Princess Tower. And that Bandit does a great job going across the bridge, or across the board, to work on that left-hand side. Bought some nice extra time there for AUK. Mega Knight in the pocket. 2 MKs on the board, but the second one does go down. First one does go down. And now it's Wero just pouring the pressure on. Aurora in a whole lot of trouble. King Tower being sacked. GG, well played. Wero takes the 2-0 in our featured match. Wero with a great play. Wow. Just as that stacked up into double and triple, bait just not going to hold up there. And that's going to be, I believe, Wero's going to be 4-0. I think that means Wero clinches the group. Hey, Demon's King gifting some tier 1 subs over on Twitch. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some more gameplay on. I think not a whole lot of games still happening here. Let's go check out Vitor, who's still... Oh, no, let's go check out Hugo. Oh, and Hugo does take the win there. Yeah, Wero is Filippo. It is annoying some people who are known by certain names play under other names, but is what it is. All right, and there is DarkAngel. Let me go to the 2-screen view so we can see the results here from round number 1. Let me go ahead and update that round 1 screen. So, Bob and Betfas are tied up right now. Alexei is leading. You know what? We'll go ahead and throw Alexei and KK on, because KK is in a pretty precarious position here. And a loss to Alexei would pretty much put him out. Not to mention that Ardentoas did just open that group up. So let's go ahead and bring that on our second screen. Frank, hello, who cast in French, please? I don't know who's casting in French. That I don't have any idea of. Let's go check out Furkan. who is currently still tied up in that three-way tie in his group. Furkan has a really good chance of winning his group, too. Furkan and Alee playing for the lead right now. I don't know how John... I think John beat Sohrob. Oh, so Furkan and Alee both playing a tie with John right now. Has Lucas clinched is the question. Is Lucas 4-0? At 4-0, the only person who could take it back from him right now, actually, technically, it depends on what happens with Vitor and Bansito. That's the big question right there. But technically, if Lucas loses the next two, tiebreakers could still take him down. I don't know all the math there on the tiebreakers, so I don't think Lucas has guaranteed. I don't think Lucas is guaranteed to clinch, but it's possible he has clinched. This is the official qualifiers in. This is Clash Royale, or I a Man Potato. Great name. This is the official CRL top 32. This is the exclusives top 32 qualifiers. So these top 32, again, it's CRL top 1,000 on ladder, make it to the Swiss bracket. That was yesterday, the 4 Swiss brackets. These are the top 32 from those 4 Swiss brackets. Now the top 8 from this make it to next month's or next weekend's official broadcast. Someone said Viiper spectate. I don't think Viper's playing right now, is he? No, Viiper beat Wallace. So here's our results. As you can see, Higher and Qasim are still playing. Let's see. That one actually, I'll go ahead and put that on our second screen right now. Oh, it's not actually going. 372 on that right-hand side. Furkan in a good spot here. A win does put him tied for first in the group. Let's see if we can get that Alexei KK matchup. Let's see. Vitor and Bansito are both trying to chase Lucas right now. 126 on the right-hand side. Miku will finish it. Furkan. So Furkan will join John at the top of the standings in that group. Big win for him here. Still trying to get this Alexei KK Game 3 matchup as we wrap up round number 4. And let's see. Oh, there's Bob. Here we go. So Bob and Betfas. Betfas is basically out, but Bob needs this to stay neck and neck with Viper. I do not know the points are, all the points, so some are asking, Rich, you know how many points are given for finishing first, second, third, and fourth in round robin? I don't know exactly. It's not points for finish, it's points for wins, I think it is. So I don't know what number of points per wins it is, but I believe it's points per wins. KK still has a chance, absolutely, in his group. That's why we're waiting for the game number 3 on the right-hand side of that KK matchup. A win for KK keeps him in the mix. Jane Kushal coming out and saying 1 win equals 5 points. A lot of big-time players, Sanchi at the YouTube chat asking, Ruben is not in the top 32. A lot of big-time players, there you go. A lot of big-time players didn't make the top 32 this round. Ruben went 8-3 in the Swiss bracket, missed on tiebreakers. Morton went 7-4. I don't know how Anaban did. But there you go. Evan Ryan asking, how on earth does this work? I am so lost. Evan, I'm happy to explain that to you. There are 8 months of qualifiers to earn points towards Clash Royale League World Finals that are taking place this December. How do you earn points? Well, every single month, the global ladder, the top 1,000 players not only earn points towards World Finals based on their standings, but they also, the top 1,000, qualify for a Swiss bracket, which was played yesterday. So all 1,000 are invited to 4 various Swiss brackets where they play 11 matches. And of those 11 matches that you play in each bracket, the top 8 from that bracket move on to the next stage, which is today, the top 32. So again, top 1,000 qualify for ladder, they may get invited to a Swiss-style bracket that gets played on Saturday. The top 8 from each of those brackets get invited to the top 32, which is happening today. And as you can see, our top 32, let's go ahead and take a look at this for a moment. Our top 32 right here is broken down into 8 groups of 4 who play a double round robin. So each player plays the other players twice. Furkan, for example, in Group B will play John, Alee, and Sohrob twice each. At the end of those 6 rounds of gameplay, you see that gold for number 1. Those top 8 players will get invited to next weekend, the Clash Royale League monthly final, the official broadcast on the CRL page with myself, Andrew Guy, Eric Benemu, and Joshua Akrap Sharon, and they will be playing for the monthly grand prize of $20,000 and to earn more points towards our World Finals. So that's how it works. It's multi-staged to make sure that we find the top players and get them to not only qualify for World Finals, but get them these big opportunities every single month. So here we go. Right-hand side is KK and Alexei. KK definitely wants the win here, as we'll keep him in the mix. And here you go, Vitor and Bansito on the left-hand side. Ruben is not out of CRL, guys. Ruben, I'll go ahead and link the leaderboards right now. Here are the global leaderboards for Clash Royale League World Finals right now. So Ruben is currently still ranked, I believe, number 6. Yeah, Ruben's still number 6. So Ruben has guaranteed a qualification for World Finals. He just isn't in this monthly final. So there you go. Swiss isn't actually a bracket, says Greg. It's a league format. But whatever. A Swiss round, however you want to call it there, Greg. So, excuse me, KK working on the right-hand side. I thought I had KK on my friends list, but maybe I don't. I need to go ahead and hit him up, because I know I've had him in the past on here. But I guess I no longer do. All right, so KK, I think this is the last match of this round. Evan, not exactly. So, Evan, I'll make it simple. Top 1,000 on ladder get whittled down to 32. Those get whittled down today to 8. And that 8 play next weekend for the monthly championship. Every month that happens, 1,000, or everybody who has Clash Royale, so millions, everyone to 1,000, top 1,000 on ladder, to the top 32, which is what we're doing right now today, to the top 8, which is what we do next weekend, where they play for, top prize is 20,000, second place is 10,000, etc., etc. And then there's a monthly champion. But every single month, based on making the top 1,000, top 32, top 8, and your wins and placement in there, you earn points, and you accumulate those points over the 8 months, and that goes towards who qualifies for our Clash Royale League World Finals in December. So there you go. Oh, I did not mean to put that on screen. Oh, well. So Evan, to answer, hopefully that clarified a little bit. It's just a multi-staged, multi-month event. Let's see. Taking a look at important quel français. Je ne parle pas français. I tried to learn it in high school and then didn't pay attention well enough in class. So there you go. So Max Peng asking a good question. So Rich, there will not be another monthly finals. Absolutely. This is the monthly finals is the next weekend is the last monthly final, the 8th monthly final. And then if you do look at the overall standings, again, here the standings are on Royale API. Here we go. The standings on Royale API. The top 24 in the standings are guaranteed spots at World Finals. That leaves 8 spots remaining. People who are ranked 25th through 56th at the end of next weekend will be invited in October to a last chance qualifier tournament that will give us the final 8 players for Worlds. So there you go. Let's see. Sanchit, glad you like it. Hope we're all clarified. Cody Go was 24th as a guaranteed World Finals. Was 24th. Question is whether he remains 24th after this tournament, and I don't think he will. So I think he's going to be bumped down into the last chance qualifier. I think that's the end of this round, guys, so we should be moving on to round 5 here in a moment. Let's go ahead and do a quick look at the current standings. So there we go. I believe we do have all of our results in from that round. Yes, we do. So here we go. Higher and DarkAngel both on top of Group A. It looks like Chief Keef and Qasim are both in a lot of trouble. They might have a chance to recover, but it would have to turn into a 3. I don't know what the matchups are remaining, so they may or may not already be eliminated. Furkan and John currently in control of Group B. Alee still in it. Sohrob, tough break for Sohrob. Nice guy, good player. Saw him pop into the chat for a minute, but having a rough outing today. Molite and Miku Guriko on top in Group C. Nothing decided yet in that group one way or the other. Wero in control of Group D. 4-0 so far. Fate in his own hands. One more win. Clinches the group, I believe. I don't think, except for maybe Adriel. Adriel, I don't know if Adriel already played. But one more win would be close to clinching the group at least. Hasiel and SandBoxm tied up in Group E. Hugo on their heels. Joel eliminated now at this stage. Lucas 4-0 in Group F. Vitor and Bansito hoping he stumbles here, but Lucas again. Now that there's two players who are 2-2, one more win for Lucas does definitely clinch the group. So Lucas has a clinch match next. Wero does not yet. Ardentoas, the young upstart out of Mexico who's been really good in a lot of tournaments this season. Ardentoas 3-1, and right now he's kind of the upset winner at this moment. KK down to 1-3, a rough go of it for KK so far. OP Sam still in the mix. KK not out yet, technically speaking, but has to win out his next two matches to force some tiebreaker action and try to keep himself in the mix. Viiper 3-1 in his group. And that group still nothing decided yet. So really, it's just LucasCgamer's the only player right now with clinching point next match. So we'll see if Lucas can win this one out and guarantee himself that spot in the world and the monthly final next weekend. Wero very close. So taking a look at our matchups, let me go pop out to our two game view for a second. Our matchups next round: Bob and Wallace, one of our matchups here. Alexei and Ardentoas also as well. Vitor and Bag. SandBoxm and Hugo will be taking place as well. Wero and Adriel, that might need to be one of our matches today. Probably going to make that our secondary match. Furkan and John are playing for control of their group. So that's going to be an interesting one as well. We'll keep a close eye on that one. KK and Sam, we already watched them play once today, so we're going to hold off on watching them this time around. We might pop in here and there. Let's see. Oh, man, Miku and Mo. That kind of feels like it has to be the match, right? That has to be the one. Miku right now with a chance to get it back against Mo. Yeah, that's the match. We're going to watch Miku and Mo is going to be the featured match, so go ahead and cue that one up for the predictions over on Twitch, and let's go ahead and jump into that one right now. And that's going. We're gonna go ahead and put that on the main screen, and I will find us we'll do some secondary checking elsewhere. But yeah, Miku and Mo. That is definitely the match of the moment. Please watch Betfas versus Viiper, says Electrobuzz. Well, you have two of the best players on the planet playing to decide who wins their group. I think that we ought to watch that one. And wow. Miku now going Goblin Giant Sparky Rage. So now we've seen Sam go with this, and Miku go with it as well. Oh boy, that's going to be a connection. Mo has no elixir for it. Can't believe it. And kaboom. Wow. Absolute wow. Absolute wow. Predictions are up on Twitch, folks. And I hope you got them in already, because Miku just shredded that tower. Does Ian still have a chance? Ian technically has a chance, for those of you who are asking. I don't know. Technically, based purely on match loss, win-loss record, there are other tiebreaker factors. I don't know if those tiebreaker factors allow him... Oh, no, he doesn't, because actually, Ian and Hika are both out, because the winner of this will have 4 wins between Mohamed and Guriko, and Ian can only hit 3 wins max. So the Group C winner will be Molite or Guriko. We just have to wait to see how that one shakes out. And not going to get geometry. Oh! No, not going to get geometry on that one with the Magic Archer. Nice try there from Mo. And that zap will take care of the wall breakers. 30 seconds left. Mo's going to have to go with a miner to the left-hand side here. And hope it is. This is going to be a little interesting mind game to the left-hand lane because Mo has to get that damage. And the big question is, does the pickup actually happen? And he spends full 5 here, which probably means that this is going to be a GG. That's a raged up Sparky. It gets on to, no, the Knight does pick up high, but the E-barbs are in GG. Yeah, he spent the full 5 there, and that left him nothing to defend. And there you go. So game number 1 does go to Miku / Guriko. Let's go back to our 2-player view as they get ready for their game number 2 here. And we'll go ahead and keep an eye on everything else that's happening. Again, let me take a look at who the matchups were. Is it Dark versus Higher? Is that one happening right now? Let's see. What are the other matchups that are critical? Lucas is, let's see, is it Dark versus Higher? It is Dark versus Higher. Okay, so this is to take control of Group A. I don't know who won the first matchup, so I can't tell you. We are going to go back to Mo versus Guriko. That will be our featured match. Going to keep an eye on these two for a minute while they set up for their next one. Yeah, Miku is Guriko. Yeah, it's the same person. Gamergenics, which card finger do you select a card with and which finger do you throw it with? I mostly play thumbs. When I play on iPad, I play finger, pointer finger. When I play on phone, I play thumbs. So there you go. Hika and Guriko are not the same person. Guriko / Miku is one person. It's a confusing thing. And then Hika is a different player. Higher does win that first game. Good win for Higher. And, whoa, what's the Furkan versus John? John wins by 3 HP. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. All right, good thing we're keeping that one on. Oh, my God. That's craziness. All right, let's go see if we are back up with our Mo versus... No, not back up with that one yet. So we're going to keep an eye on that because that's going to be, again, that's a critical matchup here. So as soon as that, we're not going to put another match on the main screen for now. We're going to keep that ready for the Mo versus Miku Guriko match. So let me go ahead and find, let's see, Bob and Wallace. Viiper is playing Betfas. That's an unimportant match. I mean, it's important for Viiper, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at that group more in round 6 than we are right now. Let's see. No, Mo's not back in yet. Keeping an eye on that one. Let's see. Hasiel. Is it Hasiel in SandBoxm? No, it's Hugo in SandBoxm. Although, Hugo is up 1. So that's really, really interesting. And then Wero and Adriel. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and throw that up on our second screen for now. Oh, not actually playing. What kinds of cards do you use the most? Magic Archer right now is like such a go-to for me. Pretty much every deck I play is a Magic Archer deck right now. Let's see. Trying to find a good one here for you folks to fill in the gap. I know AUK is playing. I know Vitor is playing. But Lucas probably has that group pretty well shut down. Let's see. Hold on. 1 second. Let's see. Bob. Why has Molite only played 1 game? We're gonna play game number 2 in a second. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out which one is. I wanted to get Wero Adriel or Wero, but it's not coming up yet. Bob and Wallace. I guess we can take a look at that. That one's not happening yet. You know what? I'll go ahead and put Lucas up on our second screen because he is in his clinching match right now up against Bansito. Nope. Their game just ended. And, man, everyone's just kind of bouncing around here. Oh, no. Adriel and Wero should be starting right now. Okay. Let me go ahead and get that one going. There we go. Adriel Wero on our second screen. And as soon as the Molite game is up, we'll be getting that one going on our main screen. So just keeping an eye on that right there on the Mo light. Let's see. And let's see. Ian, watch Ian, please. Well, Ian's already... we're not going to watch Ian right now because Ian is already eliminated, so we're not going to see him. And our feature matchup right now is the Mo Guriko match because that one is clinching the group. And oh, the poorly played Tesla from Adriel means he has to NATO that, which means he's down about 1 billion elixir against Wero. That's going to be absolutely huge. And that elixir advantage, you have to imagine that a player the caliber of Wero is about to put a whole lot of hurt on him right now. To see who's qualified, these are the current standings, folks. You can keep an eye on what's going on there. So there's the current standings overall on Royale API, for those of you who want to see them. And still waiting for Mo to come back in, guys. So as soon as we have it, we'll go there. Be very happy if you could cast BobTheRock versus Wallace. Bob and Wallace are currently... we're gonna check out, like I said, we're gonna check on that group more in the next round. Oh, that was the wrong. Dang it, the screen moved. We're gonna check more on that group in the next round when we have a bit more information on what's happening there. But we know that this one right now is pretty much the deciding match, or is nearly a deciding match in this group. We're gonna leave Adriel and Wero up on the right-hand side, and as soon as that one finishes, then we'll go to just single screen on the Mo Guriko match. So Pekaloon from Mo. I think Mo is trying to... I think that Mo and Julesy are working to be a bit more unpredictable right now because they've definitely gotten caught today. And I think that they're really trying to go like, okay, well, what can we do that people aren't going to be ready for? So this is... I mean, I haven't seen much Pekaloon out of Mo. So this is really, really fascinating. Wall breakers in on the right-hand side. And yeah, guys, if you are watching on YouTube right now, go ahead and give a like. If you want to join in, you can go ahead and also sub as well. But happy to have you here no matter what. Hope you're enjoying this great Sunday of Clash Royale. I'm Rich Slayton, your curator for the day. Very curious. I don't remember. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw Mo play Pekaloon. This might actually be Freeze with the Lumberjack as well. I'm not entirely sure. I ran into Pekaloon Lumberjack Freeze on ladder yesterday. And it looked... The deck was fairly similar to this. I mean, obviously you have 3 of the cards are the same, but you know what I mean. And Guriko just in a straight EQ cycle early. That Mega Minion not going to do anything here. Easily controllable. I think Mo's going to target that Tesla. Right, you'll see him play the balloon in line with the Tesla when he gets across the board as opposed to try to avoid the Tesla. Although with that Tesla placement, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't make an aggressive push in the right-hand lane, alternate away from the Tesla. That balloon, I think, does... Oh, it might be a half tile away from King Tower. And it is. The Fisherman placement a little bit low here from Mo. You can fully counter that Hog Rider once King Tower is activated with the Fisherman if you play in the correct spot. Again, a little bit surprised here that Mo that with this placement of Tesla to the inside there, that Mo has not tried to go for a far, like an immediate far push. He does have the lead on this side, so you understand it to a certain degree. But I'm very curious to see if Mo does go for an opposite lane Loon next time that Tesla gets set up to the inside. So full push here. And Guriko doing a great job stacking Teslas and controlling. Fishboy opposite lane here, and does get a nice pull on the hog to the opposite side and a full counter. That's why you don't play the hog to the inside like that. Makes that counter really easy. Log tried to make room for the Muskie, couldn't do it. Final minute, triple elixir flowing. 1574 right-hand side of Guriko's towers, 1162 on the left-hand side. 1388 on that bottom left for Mo. And second Tesla does finally get down. Arrow's trying to get enough space. And now it's the EQ cycle. Final 40 seconds. EQs and logs will be coming in very, very heavily from the Japanese player. 1070 remaining. Just behind right now is Guriko. And there you go. This is the full Lumberloon push opposite lane that I was expecting. Fishboy trying to make enough, trying to get on that Tesla and get it down. Snowball will stop things, and that's going to be no damage on the right-hand side here. Death damage maybe, but not quite enough. And that's going to be it. GG. GG, okay. Okay, folks, this is what you wanted in this matchup. We're going to game 3. Mo waves the white flag. And we're going to game 3 here. And there we go. Oh, let's see. Actually, I don't know. Let's see if this actually works on there. Oh, yeah. Hey, on Twitch, my PB's updated very nicely. Let's see. Favorite player of mine? Everyone. I love them all equally. They're all my favorites. Oh, did Mo lose? Oh, did Mo lose the first game? Oh, Mo lost the first game. Man, like so quickly, my memory goes. Oh man. So actually, that's Miku in charge. Who won the first time though? Let's go back to the first matchup because if Miku won the first time, then that was yeah, my bad. It was I don't know why my brain thought that Mo won game number 1. Let's go back to the first round here, to round 2, because who won the first matchup between the two of them? Because that might be, I think that Mo won the first time. Yeah, Mo won the first time. So that group not decided yet. That group still has more left to be played. Here you go. Here's Bob on our main screen up against Wallace. So Mo won the first time. So Guriko has his fate in his own hands. If Guriko wins his final match, he wins. If Guriko wins his final match, he wins. If he loses and Mo wins, then we get into some very interesting tiebreaker stuff. Here are the results so far from this group. Furkan and John. Let's go ahead and put that on our second screen because Furkan and John is a tiebreaker match. So there you go. We'll put Furkan and John on screen number 2. Say my favorite player is clearly Mo. No, not at all. Actually, definitely. I'll say this. I don't say who my favorite player is not. I don't have anything against Mo, but like I'll tell you right now that Mo's just the best player in the game right now. But no, I have some favorites, and I like Mo a lot. But no, Mo's just the best. But no, there are players who I know personally from my time in CRL who I would say are more of my favorite because I got to spend time with them in real life. Oh, people ask me about the Anaban versus Framsito beef. There was some beef between them on Twitter apparently in the Brenchon Cup. Anaban just kept him toyed with his food, if you will. And you know, I'm not gonna say what's justified, what's not justified, but there was some Twitter beef there. Momo is not officially out, I don't believe. I don't know all the tiebreaker details of win-loss. Momo won the first matchup 2-1, and Guriko won this one 2-0. But I don't know if that is actually how you decide the tiebreaker there. I believe that after the head-to-head, that it goes to overall win rate. Bob running Golem, no big surprises out of Bob, and gonna get a ton of damage here. And GG's. Know the story of how Andrews cast the heart that he said saved by the bell? Yeah. That is the number one comparison that Andrew gets. And it's right. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. That one's already decided. Oh, let's go ahead and bring up Sam, who is finishing his matchup against KK right now. If Sam wins this, he's still alive. If he loses this, Ardentoas clinches. So that's big. So again, this is a big one here between KK and Sam. KK is already out. At 1-3, he cannot come back in. Alexei is out. Sam technically could come back and win the group. Oh, Mo just tweeted he can't qualify now. Is that correct? The tiebreaker is really that bad for Mo? Ashwin saying that Mo tweeted he can't qualify. Okay, interesting. Pranav, is Vulcan or AC on that list of favorite players? Definitely both guys who I love to watch play and who I enjoy spending time with. Vulcan's a really, really smart guy. And Josh's hometown boy from Sacramento. Latat giving some context here. Sam's entire last chance qualifier and World's hopes depend on these next BO3s. So Sam has to win here, and he looking like he will. Just has to shut down this defense and then finish off that right-hand tower. And it looks like Sam's going to clinch this one. So now it comes down to, for Sam's to come down to the last one, to the to match 6. So Sam gets the win here over KK. Sam stays alive. Isn't Mo number one? How can he not qualify? He's not going to qualify for the monthly final, but Mo is guaranteed. Oh, you know, could Lucas possibly I don't think he could. I believe Mo has not only clinched a World Finals spot, but clinched the first seed at World Finals. I believe that's the case. So John and Furkan still playing. 25 seconds left in that matchup. And I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the main screen. So we can see this final 15 seconds in a little bit bigger. Here we go. I believe that Furkan has this. The graveyard gets shut down. Baby Dragon won't connect. And there you go. So I believe... I'm gonna go check on that. I believe that means that Furkan clinches. I don't know who won the first time between Furkan and John, but that might mean that Furkan clinches the group. And again, I picked Furkan back in April as one of my wild card picks to go ahead and qualify for Worlds. So let's go ahead and take a look at the standings after 5 rounds of gameplay, as I prepare to figure out what our big matches are going to be in round 6. So higher 4 and 1. I don't know what the matchups were between Higher and DarkAngel in the first round, but here in round number 3, I think that Higher and Dark, no, it's Higher versus Keef. So I think that Higher, I don't know if Higher beat DarkAngel twice. It's an important thing for us to figure out. But I think Higher has probably got that. I'm not entirely sure. Furkan now has, I think, did Furkan win the first matchup against John? I think Furkan won the first matchup against John. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that one. Give me 1 second here in round 2. Double checking that one to confirm whether Furkan... Yeah, Furkan has double beat John, so Furkan has now qualified for the monthly final. So Furkan will be your champion in Group B. Supposedly from the tweet, Mo says he's out, so if that's the case, then Guriko is going to be the winner for Group C. Adriel and Wero still tied up in Group D, so that one's fascinating, and I don't think... Do they play in the final? I think they already played, right? They already played this round. Yeah, so Adriel and Wero Wero is going to have his matchup against Will, and Adriel against AUK. So AUK with a chance to shut down Adriel's hopes. Hasiel 4-1 in Group E. Hugo and SandBoxm, I don't know the tiebreakers there. Lataxi and Adriel controls his own fate. Yep, that's absolutely true. Adriel is in charge of whether he goes through or not. Lucas, same thing, in control of his own fate here as well at 4-1. Ardentoas, I think Ardentoas has KK next, and Sam has Alexei. So Sam needs to beat Alexei and have KK beat Arden to have a shot through. So Arden in control of his own fate as well. And then Viiper and Bob both tied atop their group right now. That's going to be, so Viiper and Bob is going to be our featured match here in this round, as they are tied and the winner wins the group. So Viiper and Bob will be our qualifying match this round. That will be on our main screen, and then we'll be switching on other stuff on our second screen. This is going to be a lot of fun here, folks. I'm really excited for it. Hope you're excited for it as well. What a day. What a day. Let's see. When does the last chance qualifier for 2056 start? The last chance qualifier will be in October. So the middle of October will be the last chance qualifier. I don't know if we'll know all of the qualifiers exactly today, Mark, because there are some players who might qualify. Let's see. Furkan is already top 24, so with this qualifying, he's going to be through. Will the last chance qualifier be an official CRL stream? Yes, it will. Okay, waiting for Bob and Viiper. That's the matchup that we want. So I'll keep an eye on Bob here. Qasim and DarkAngel are both, I think they're both out. Right, has Hire clinched his group yet? Who does Hire have his matchup against in this round? Against Keef. I don't know if Hire has clinched yet. Let's see. Still looking at some of the, let me look at the other matchups here. Oh, here, and I'm going to put Sam on our second screen because Sam needs a win here to even have a chance of qualifying. The big question for him will be whether Adriel wins or loses in his matchup. So let me put Sam on our second screen for now. Where the heck are you, Sam? Where are you, Sam? Where are you, Sam? I am. Oh, there we go. Sam versus Alexei. I'll put that. So I'll put that on our second screen. Sam needs a win, and he has to hope that his that the guy currently in 1 takes the L. So he has to hope the KK comes through. But last chance qualifier will be an official CRL stream. To answer that question. So looking like Graveyard for Bob and Viiper maybe playing RG. It feels like it's pretty much RG if you're seeing Fishboy these days. Ultra Buzz guessing RG as well. An aggressive Royal Giant to that right-hand side. Bomb Tower. Wonder if Bob was suspecting something different. CRL World Finals will be in December. To answer Navin's question. And Owen giving us information on Twitch, in the Twitch chat here, that Hire has qualified because he beat DarkAngel both times. So Hire is going to be one of our top 8 for this month. Big win there for the WEDGM 2019 CRL World Finalist. Fisherman is also in the MKGY deck, says Batman. Fair, but it does definitely feel like most of the time that you see Fisherman, you see RG. Is Oyasu qualified? No. But doing pretty well in the Queso Cup Fall Split. So Viiper sets up his RG to the left-hand side. Remember, this is a clinching match. The winner of this best of 3 between Viiper and Bob does go through to the monthly final. Viper's been there before. Bob has not, I don't think. Sam has to be feeling stressed on his side, as he needs to not only beat Alexei, he also has to hope that AUK beats Will. Or that AUK beats Adriel. Never mind, not AUK. Brain broken. He has to hope that KK beats Ardentoas. Viper's pressure has been really, really aggressive here. Anytime a Mother Witch stays on the board that long, that's a lot of trouble for you. No way to stop the connection right now for Bob. And that's going to be a ton of damage. Cannon Cart will not get across the bridge. And the Mother Witch in perfect place. Fireball should be in cycle for Bob. Take care of the Mother Witch. But with the King Tower activated. And Bob calling good game already. And GG. And GG. Game number 1 in the books. Viper 1 win away from qualifying for the monthly finals again. Bob, on his last life, has to win 2 in a row. And let's see. Let me go ahead and take a look. Hasiel, while we're waiting here. Oh, let's see. Lucas. I don't think Lucas is as guaranteed yet, is he? I don't think Lucas is guaranteed. Do I have SandBoxm on my friends list? I keep seeing people asking about SandBoxm. I think I have SandBoxm here. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Who is SandBoxm playing this round? Sam is in trouble against Alexei here. Hold on. Let's keep an eye on this Sam matchup. Final 30 seconds. Miner does not get picked up. So now Sam has to connect. I don't think it's gonna be there in time. And the EQ gets it done. Alexei wins game number 1 by 76. So Sam in a lot of trouble right now. Sam in a whole lot of trouble right now. Let's look at what's happening with the Adriel game. And Adriel beat AUK. Oh boy. Everything going the wrong direction for Sam right now. Sam's not out yet because that was only game 1. But everything going the wrong direction for Sam right now. We are going to be going back into that Bob matchup as that still is a deciding match. Let me see. SandBoxm is up 1 on Hasiel, and I'll put that on as our second matchup here in a moment. But we are staying here with Bob. And there we go. Game number 2 for Bob up. And Snowball for Bob. So Bob looking like he's going to be playing most likely Loon with Miner and Snowball. Could be wrong. The cage is weird. Lucas is second place right now. Oh, in the overall standings. Ah, man, so annoying. It's an old, the main iPad's an old iPad, so it occasionally has some problems. Let's go back and get that one up. Still waiting on this SandBoxm Hasiel matchup. Alpha Moriarty saying he's playing Lava Miner Poison. No, he's playing... Let's oh, Lava Miner. Yeah, Lava Miner. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And Bob with the big wow and the big oops and the big GG here. How many players will play for World Finals? There'll be 32 players for World Finals. So Hasiel and SandBoxm on your right-hand side. Never understood minor wall breakers with Cannon Cart. And people on Twitch saying, "Rip Bob," and he got predicted real hard. Yeah, Inferno Dragon with Poison and Snowball against Lava. Yeah, that's rough. Bob getting some okay damage in here, actually. Kind of a shocking amount of damage. And Miner, oh, it does not get on tower. But this lava's in pretty deep here. Viper's in more trouble than maybe he should be right now. Inferno Dragon for Bob staying on the board. And Inferno Dragon gets on the tower here. Oh my word. Hold on, that's not gonna tick. Is it gonna tick in time? Oh, wow! It goes down at the last possible second. Oh my word. That was a half second away from Bob being eliminated. And that poison, or half second away from Bob getting the win there. And that poison kept this one alive. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Guards. Underrated guards. And now Viper has to play a 2-tower game with Graveyard against Lava. That was a half second away from being a win for Bob and us to game number 3. It should still be a win for Bob here. He has poison, he has guards, and he's got a King Tower against a Graveyard. This should be a win for Bob at this point. And final minute triple elixir. Snowball going to get a reset here. Does not get the Inferno Dragon on that Snowball. But enough damage in. And Hasiel SandBoxm going to sudden death overtime on the right-hand screen, by the way. Guards are really nice in this for Bob. Because unlike the two options that were being played previously, whether it be Barbs for Lava Miner Barbs, or whether it be Skarmy, guards are unique. Barbs cost too much, right? 5 elixir is a lot to be spending on that Graveyard Poison defense. Whereas Skarmy, of course, gets immediately ruined by the poison. Whereas guards have this nice sweet spot of costing the same as a Skarmy, but lasting a bit longer than that card. So nice defense for him here, and Bob going to go ahead and take the win in a really crazy game. So Bob and Viper going down to a best of 1 to decide who qualifies. Let's go. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. So we'll be back with game number 3 on that one in a minute. Let's go take a look. I think that, I don't know who won with the AUK match. I'll give you that information as soon as I have it here. Here's Ardentoas somewhere. Oh, Ardentoas and KK still going. And SandBoxm does get the win over Hasiel. And so that's going to be a 2-0 win for SandBoxm. Does that mean that SandBoxm just took the group? I think SandBoxm just took the group from Hasiel. Oh my word. So SandBoxm, number 4, and now back in the monthly final again with a chance to maybe leapfrog. Let's see, how many points does SandBoxm have behind the guys in front of him? 770? Man, this Viper Bob match is important because SandBoxm could leapfrog Viper. That would be fascinating. Let me go ahead and put this KK. Let me go ahead and put this somewhere else. So SandBoxm wins. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm gonna see. Did Sam win? Is Sam still in, or did Sam lose? So Sam is still in, and it looks like Ardentoas though is gonna win this match. This one against KK, which then would mean, is that game 1 or is that game 2 of Ardentoas KK? Let me see. Hold on. What was his game? Oh yeah, so Ardentoas in a good spot here. Go ahead and throw this one on our screen number 2. And we're going to move our main screen and get it ready for Bob Viper game 3. Hey, Treeline, thank you so much with the $20 super chat. You know what? We'll open that chest later. I almost went to open that chest and I realized, no, we have no time. We got to be watching. Again, we're going to wait here and make sure we don't miss a second of Bob versus Viper. Ardentoas, though, trying to close out his win here against KK. Want to watch Lucas? Don't need KKs. Is Lucas struggling here? Let's go see. I didn't know if Lucas is Lucas struggling here. Let's go see. Let's go back there and see what's happening with Lucas. It's Lucas and Vitor. Oh, and it's game 3. Cool. Let's jump into that. And now Bob is back in too. Here we go. Thanks again, Treeline, for the support on YouTube. Really do appreciate that. And Viper goes Royal Hogs in game 3. Is Bob running Bowler Loon Freeze? Has that feeling. Lucas going to RG in game 3 against Vitor and looking like he's got it. So I think Lucas is in a clinch here against Vitor. Sure looks like it. And Bob's going gold. Yeah. Hey, Clash Royale Esports in the building. What's up, my friends? Excited to hang out with you guys next weekend. This has been a fun one today. If you guys don't already follow Clash Royale Esports, if you're here, you probably do, but if you don't, follow Clash Royale Esports. Hit the subscribe there. Make sure that you're there for next weekend and beyond as we make our push towards Clash Royale League World Finals in December. Man, so first 2 cards maybe felt like it was going to be Bowler Loon Freeze for Bob, but Golem. I probably should have understood that. I probably should have expected it. So Viper with 2 tank killers. And Magic Archer to clean up here. And goes full send left-hand lane. Right into a lot of splash. Right into a ton of splash. And there you go. I believe that's Lucas now clinching his group. This is the last monthly top 32 to answer your question, but next weekend will be the final, the last of the monthly finals. And then we'll have the last chance qualifier in October. And then on to, then we'll be off for November. And then on to our World Finals in December. Golem getting in deep on that right-hand lane. Wero. Oh, Adriel has. Oh, Wero versus Will. Wero versus Will still has to happen. I don't know what that means for that group. I do know that BobTheRock just clinched his spot in the top 8. Very, very good performance for Bob here. Maybe a crowning moment for him. Crown. You see what I did there? Crowning. Crown. You get it. You get it. Let's see what's still happening here. Is Hugo? No, that group's already decided because SandBoxm, I believe, already clinched there. But we'll go ahead and throw Hugo up because nothing else is happening right now. And let's see. Let me go ahead and reload this page here. And a little shout out there for Lucas, Guriko, and Wero. Let's see. Is anything still to be decided? So we're waiting on Wero and Will. Wallace and Betfas. They are both already out because Bob is qualified. So not going to be worried about that one. Ian and Guriko. Guriko's already clinched. According to what Mo said, Guriko has clinched. I don't know the story there. Qasim and DarkAngel. No, High already clinched that group. So the only one that I think really is critical here is Wero and Will, because I don't know the tiebreaker situation there. So we're going to go ahead and try to get that on our second screen here. Let's see. Mo does qualify, says B Note Adventures. If Guriko loses, Mo qualifies? Mo tweeted out that he wouldn't qualify. He qualifies for Worlds, but talking about the monthly final top 8. And here we go. Game number 3 for Wero. Fireball in, and not going to do it. Joel takes the win over Hugo here. And some are saying SandBoxm just clinched number 3 for CRL, I think. Very possible. I think that with Viper out, that means that he does clinch, I believe. Sam's still playing. We'll put Sam on this side. But I think, yeah, Ardentoas won. I don't know if Sam knows that. So there's some more gameplay. Sam, you know, wants to go for the win here, but I think that means he's out. Show the results with Mo. We'll talk about Mo won his match. So what I don't know is if Guriko losing gives Mo any shot. Mo already tweeted he was out. So I don't know if that's the case or not. Obviously, we'll get some results here in a few minutes. We will see. But Wero and Will, that's the big one. Because I do believe that Adriel and Wero split their losses. I'm not entirely sure. Yasmina saying Mo lost 2-0 and 1-2-1. But I don't know if that's how the tiebreaker... I think if the tiebreaker is just... I don't think that the game tiebreaker actually matters. I think that it goes head-to-head of matches, and then it goes to overall win rate. I think. I'm not entirely sure here. Not entirely sure here. About 30 Ninjas. Great name. Was Viper considered a one-trick before this year? I think that's been put to bed if so. Yeah, that's for sure. Wero putting some hurt on that right-hand side against his graveyard deck. You're against snowball arrows, and you're still winning with bait. That's kind of crazy. Star asking, how do you get your... Where is it? Star asking, how do you get your question on screen? If I click on it. That's how it works. I'm actually kind of focused on the Will and Wero match. I don't have either on my friends list, so that's why they're on the secondary screen here, and Sam and Alexei are on the main screen. Sam is going to miss the top 56 by 2 spots. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Wero very close on the right-hand side. This is a tough matchup for him overall. And now Will's cycle seems to be in a little better spot. Trying to protect this princess and get a princess on the tower. Can't get her there though. The second princess, the first princess does not survive here. Doing a good job of forcing spells to be played on the tower and not on the princess. Because obviously arrows will wipe her, and a nice prediction there from Wero on the musketeer. 2 princesses down one more time. This time Valk will get far enough ahead. So arrows will have to come against the princesses. Except for those bats, will they get the first one off? This is good defense from Will to stay alive. .483. Will holding on. Just trying to find a good spot to make that graveyard push. And now the Valk goes high for the graveyard. Arrows play defense. Snowball to clear. Graveyard does not get it done. Rocket in on the left side for Alexei, and that's going to be it for Sam here. Sam going to miss qualifying. Rocket on the right-hand side for Wero. I guess now that he's in triple, feeling confident to cycle it. Stops the Dark Prince up high. Does he Valk low? Goes with the Ice Spirit and the Spears. Oh, but the Goblin Gang gets shredded. Then the Valk gets pushed. Goblin Barrel trying to go ahead and get in, and it should be enough. Skeletons to stop. The Rocket will finish it off. Wero wins. So what does that mean for Wero versus Adriel? What does that mean? Let's go ahead and look at the overall scoreboard here. I'm not sure what that means for Wero versus Adriel. So hire your qualifier in Group A. Furkan in Group B. I don't know what's happening with Guriko's matchup. I'm not sure about the tiebreaker there. Adriel and Wero. That's the one that I'm also not sure about what's happening there. SandBoxm has apparently clinched Group E. Lucas, Group F. Ardentoas continues a great 2021, clinching Group G. And BobTheRock with a big win in Group H. So huge for Bob. The one that I'm really curious about here is Vitor still playing? Or has he moved on to outside games? I'm looking for there's game number 3. Oh, I think I have Ian. I thought I had Ian on my friends list here. Oh, I do. Okay, let's go back into single play, single view. Because again, I'm not sure how the Alee missed top 56 by 1 point. Oh man, that's crazy news. Alee missing top 56 by literally 1 point. There are some concerns being raised about fair play in regards to Adriel, which is an interesting question, especially given his history. Very curious to see what the results are of that conversation. Pigs to the right-hand side. And that's the Mega Knight just being cycled. Interesting. So Ian definitely gets that right-hand tower. Guriko just holding on the left-hand lane. Ram Rider going to have a nice little kind of free run, though, to the tower. I think this should be pretty simple. Poison arrows. And Ian wins this. I don't know. I don't know if the first time, if the actual like if the game's one loss is part of the head-to-head tiebreaker. I need to reread the top 32 rules there. So Wero also 5-1, and currently. So currently, Group D rankings have Adriel ahead of Wero. Group D ranking. So this is none of this is 100% official. If this is official, if this holds, it'll be Higher, Furkan, Guriko, Adriel, SandBoxm, Lucas, Ardentoas, and BobTheRock, which is a killer monthly final. Killer monthly final. The question is going to be the tiebreaker in Group C, which I think is probably correct. And then in Group D, it's going to be some tiebreaker questions and other things about Adriel and Wero. The monthly final will be next weekend to answer everyone's questions. I'm going to go ahead and just check in Discord. Give me a second here, folks. And also, let me go ahead and get you guys... All the rules are on the CRL website. But let me go ahead and get the official... Let me ask for the official results from our league ops. See if they can provide us with something. But this does look like it. This does look like it. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. Let me come back out here for a minute. This has been a fun one today, folks. It's been a wild one today. The rules are all on the Clash Royale esports page. There's some conversation about there's some interesting. Mini Mentor has tweeted some things about some of the matchup stuff. We'll see. Not above my pay grade there, folks. Morton has qualified for World Finals. Just not for the monthly final. Obviously, we're gonna get official results as soon as we can to guarantee those. 1 second, folks. I'm getting from the league operations, pending all checks, and this is a qualifier being given. Your monthly qualifiers are Hire, SandBoxm, Furkan, Lucas, Guriko / Miku, Ardentoas, BobTheRock, and Adriel. That's the monthly qualifiers, for the monthly championship. But that is with the qualifier pending all players pass their fair play checks. So this is an official. That's the official pending result. So if there's more information, of course, that'll be getting to you. I don't think we're gonna hang out on here for that whole conversation because I think it's gonna take longer than just what we'll sit here for. But yeah, we'll get it. Let me go ahead and get to the Esports Royale. For those of you who want the rules for CRL, the rules are all available on the official Clash Royale Esports page, which is right here. So there you go. There's the official Clash Royale Esports page. We'll be back again, of course. I'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday, I think it is. Let me check my schedule. Let me check my calendar real quick, just to make sure I'm saying the right date. For those of you who are watching right now, I will be back on, not on, what's the date? I will be back. Give me a second. I'm going to September. Give me September. Yes, I will be back Tuesday morning early for some more of the APAC region for the Queso Cup Fall Split. So make sure you're there. That's going to be 6 a.m. Central Time, so 4 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, and whatever that is elsewhere in the world. So make sure that you're here on Tuesday morning, and then, of course, back with CRL, the monthly championship, on both Saturday and Sunday of next weekend on the official Clash Royale Esports page with my co-casters, Andrew and Eric and Josh. It'll be a whole lot of fun. And then, of course, that'll be the last of our monthly qualifiers, crown our final monthly champion, and then from there on, we'll be doing more, of course, general tournaments here with the Queso Cup and things like that on my channel. And then we'll be back next in October for the last chance qualifier. And then, of course, Clash Royale League World Finals in December. If you haven't yet, if you're watching on Twitch, hit a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Make sure you come back. There's so much great Clash Royale esports stuff here happening all the time, whether it's live events or videos, not to mention some technique breakdowns, some deep dives into occasional things as well. So make sure you subscribe and come back here very soon. It's been a whole lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys back here Tuesday and then again next weekend for the September Championship. Later. And